कैप्चर है नहीं कर रहे। स्क्रीन क्यों है भाई, बैक ब्लैक स्क्रीन क्यों है? हो गया भाई मेरे गेम कैप्चर में। चलो जिक्सी ब्रो, रुको ब्रो, मेरा गेम कैप्चर पता नहीं भाग रहा है। पे कैप्चर करना पड़ेगा क्या?
ला 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 ला, अबे तू भी नहीं आया यार, मजे कर रहे थे।
कहाँ मजे कर रहे थे तुम लोग?
अबे तू उसी कितना गाली दिया ऋषभ को।
क्यों?
अबे अबे वो ऐसे ही मजे मजे में ऋषभ भाई गाली खाने का काम।
अच्छा तो अभी आ रहा है वो ऋषभ, ऋषभ आ रहे हैं क्या?
नहीं आएंगे ऋषभ को, रहते हुए स्ट्रीम पाएगा जब तू मैच देखने लगेगा, डिस्कॉर्ड पे
तो
मिलेगा तेरे को।
तो बोलना वो मेरे
तो
वाले
वही।
डिस्कॉर्ड पे है, डेथमेट वाले पे ना जाए।
हाँ वही
अपने वाले
तेरे
डिस्कॉर्ड पे
वाले।
आना।
बस तो
हाँ,
एक ग्रुप भी बना लेते, चल ठीक है तेरे पे आ जाएगा।
एक जो भी करना है बता देना, फिर मैं भी यहाँ से खोल लूंगा। अभी क्या?
ऋषभ ने बोला बहुत लेने वाला भाई वो, गाली फुल गाली तो भरे।
एक ही मैच है लेकिन आज
लंबा चलता है भाई।
रावण कॉम्पी खेल रहा है भाई।
लगा यार रैंडम बंदों से बकचोदी कर रहा है।
अनरेटेड लगाऊं, कॉम्पी लगाऊं?
कुछ भी लगा दे,
है?
कुछ भी लगा दे। रुक एक बंदा आ रहा है भैया, उसकी मजे लेने में मजा आता है। रुक जा एक मिनट एक मिनट।
रेटेड
मेरा
खेलते
चिन्ह
हैं।
नहीं है यार। हाँ ठीक है एक मिनट रुकना, एक मिनट रुक, एक मिनट रुक, एक मिनट रुक।
इशू बॉस है अबे, लेकिन वो आ ही नहीं रहा।
ऑक्टेन सुन, अगर ये बंदा आया ना ब्लेज नाम से,
पता नहीं, मेरे में नहीं है।
तो उसको मैंने पता है, उसको मैंने बोल के रखा कि मैं लड़की होती है, जिनने बोल के रखा है। इन
तो
दोनों
फिर
तीनों
माइक
मजे
ऑफ कर
देते हैं तो
लेना
ठीक
ना,
है।
तो माइक ऑफ कर लेना।
हाँ मैं माइक ऑफ ही कर रखूंगा इसका।
छूटिए।
ना थोड़ी ना वो थोड़ा अलग ही उसकी वो है भाषा बनता। ठीक है तो देख लेना। 12:10 हो रहा है, उसको एक मिनट रुक जा, जीतने वाला है। आजा यार।
कितना टाइम है इसको?
12:10 12:10। लगा दे नहीं आएगा।
तू भी अलग ही है भाई। रीशु बॉस कहाँ चले गया अपना भाई? रीशु बॉस के पास स्किन्स थी यार।
Match found.
ब्रीज है बे। क्या खेल रहा है तू? मैं तो रहना खेल रहा हूँ। रहना खेलूंगा तो चल भाई रहना खेलूंगा। रहना खेलता हूँ यार। रहना कॉम्पी में खेलूंगा अब मैं। सेट भी खेल सकता था लेकिन रहना। ब्रीच भाई, ब्रीच का काम नहीं है भाई इधर। चलो कोई ना, अनरेटेड है। अब देखेंगे लिक्विड वर्सेस फेनेटिक। 5 मैप लगाने थे इन लोग को सेमीफाइनल में। 3 ही मैप का है शायद। वे जिक्सी बोल तो ले, चूतिए गांडू। डॉज हो गया भाई। डिस्कॉर्ड की तरह मेरा डिस्कॉर्ड।
My reflection is here. Do me a favor, cariño. Kill her.
Multiple enemies A. Enemy spotted. Reloading. Reloading.
ब्रीच क्या?
Spike
ब्रीच
planted. Last player standing.
लगे लगे, इसको तो मार, इसको तो मार।
अरे यार
मॉली नहीं निकालनी थी रे तेरे को।
Don't want to take you out, Sage, but I gotta.
ये देख, ये देख, ये देख।
Right there.
This is gonna be fun.
Concussing. Blinding.
Cutting their vision.
Flash out. Careful now. Going up.
Spike down A.
बच गई, लेट है लेट है।
One enemy remaining.
अबे मैं क्या खेल रहा हूँ भाई, मैं क्या खेल रहा हूँ?
क्या खेल रहा है तू?
पता नहीं भाई, लगी नहीं रही।
अबे नहीं तो खेल कैसे रहे तेरी मूवमेंट ये मेरा पहला मैच नहीं होता वैलोरेंट का।
I don't die so easily.
भाई तो लगी नहीं रही उससे, लगी नहीं रही उससे, मैं तो दिमाग खराब मेरा।
अबे गोस्ट है।
Time for them to kneel.
लैग हो रहा है तो।
At least they kept it interesting.
जरे ए पे
Cutting their vision. Still in sight. Spike down B.
बहुत ज्यादा लैग हो रहा है भाई।
One enemy remaining.
There you are.
यार
कौन है गुदे वो?
अबे स्किन है, इन लोग के पास स्किन है इनके पास भाई।
VCT needs me. I can't be away for long. Let's end
इससे
this.
नहीं है।
ये मेरी फ्रेम जितने 70-80 पे अटके हुए हैं बहन चो। फैंटम तो नहीं है भाई अपने पास। वॉल दे। अभी मत दे, मैं बोलूँ तब दियो। मिड से आ रहे।
Still in sight. Spike down A. They will cover. Results. One enemy remaining.
ऊपर बैठा हुआ वो।
जी कहाँ पे?
अरे जा रही है मेरी। कहाँ है? अरे बहुत लैग हो रहा है यार मेरा। अबे स्किन है इधर।
Don't mess up that pretty face, Phoenix.
Why it's lagging so much, bro? Why? एक मिनट रुकना है।
मेरे से
Right there.
Get out of my way! Mia. Watch this!
कहाँ पर है?
Multiple enemies B.
Mid to B.
Cutting their vision.
मत जा।
Cutting their vision.
अबे गन क्यों नहीं थी हाथ में मेरे?
One enemy remaining.
बस वो लगा बैठा है। लॉन्ग टेक बम सामने। स्पाइक उसके पास ही है। ऐसी स्किल मिले तो भाई कौन 30 40 किल ना करे।
They don't get to surrender. Keep swinging.
भाई हाँ यार लेकिन भाई काम देती है भाई फैंटम वेंडर में खासा वैंडल ना है।
पिन चलागा
नहीं मेरे नहीं चलता
इसे ले लेना, ये मार के एक पास इनके पास स्किन है।
ओ फ्रैगर बोलते भैया 8 पे मार के साथ
Right there.
They want to die.
Nice.
Let them.
आ जाए बस अल्टी नहीं है।
Go on my mark.
Enemy spotted B. Put down.
रहना डिप हो रहा भाई
One
रहना डिप।
enemy remaining. Spike down B.
अरे गन उठा इन्हें इसके
Let them rot.
Spike spotted.
I'll outshine
Yo,
all
William.
their aiming.
अरे ने गनी पाए नहीं की थी AF के पड़ा हुआ था।
Phoenix,
आपको लगता है
burn them
बाइंड
down.
मैप में फीनिक्स ही खेलूंगा बाइंड खास कर।
माइंड में
आया है बाइंड मैप में।
Right there.
Stay down.
Right there.
Enemy spotted B.
Still in sight.
डॉक्टर
अबे लैग हो रहा है इनको।
Still in sight.
प्लांट हो रहा है।
Spike planted.
तो दोनों एक ही साइड से आ गए। लेफ्ट देख
One enemy remaining.
उधर उधर
Come on, let's go.
रुक जा मैं पीछा
अरे ओपी भाई ये ले आधा ले ले।
मैंने स्किन चाहिए तू मैं स्किन ढूंढ रहा तू कर तू
ए आधा कर ले।
Cheers.
चीयर्स।
We good. We good.
The symphony of death. Don't
Give us gun,
worry
we die.
to get used to it.
I need a drop. Tack, tack.
Buying.
Let's choke them.
ये चलती है यार ये प्राइम वैंडल।
आगे पे
Enemy spotted B.
Cutting the vision.
Don't get in my way.
Still in sight.
Spike spotted B.
ऊपर है उससे
They will cover.
ऊपर रहना ऊपर है ब्रिज इधर
One enemy remaining.
ऊपर है ऊपर
अरे ये रिलोड क्यों लेफ्ट में ऊपर है वो। आराम से जा आएगी नीचे आएगी।
नीचे आने में
प्लांट ऑन दे एक काम कर।
डी पे तो आएगी नहीं इंटरेस्ट।
स्पाइक उसके पास है, वाइपर के पास। आ गई, इसके पास आ गई। जा 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 जिक्सी उसके पास आ गई।
30 seconds left.
अरे बड़े
सुन दिया उसने।
इसमें बैठा है वाली मजे से।
स्किन मस्त चल रही भाई, लेकिन ये वाली
The MVP is mine. Let's do
तू
this.
खरीद यार, इसे स्किन खरीद यार। बराबर आ गया ना भाई।
We win, we survive.
अरे बी पे है यार।
Off your feet.
यार 62 मारा था बेंच को।
You will not kill my allies!
Hey, do.
कर दे।
Let's go.
अबे ये कौन सा है? चल जा गुज्जा।
भाई मेरा अभी भी कैप्चर नहीं आया यार।
Trevor.
One enemy remaining.
Right there.
30 seconds left. Ten seconds left.
Enemy spotted mid.
तो जीत गए अपन।
Here.
Look your enemy in the eye. It helps with accuracy.
Keep up.
वो अभी ऐसे ही खेल लेता हूँ।
Spike down B.
Night night. Nailed him.
मैं देखता हूँ क्या इसका इशू है।
Enemy spotted mid.
One enemy remaining.
मांगता अपन को स्किन मांगता।
They don't have a single life worth saving.
नाइफ ओनली करना है क्या?
Keep up.
इन लोगों ने मार दिया ना।
Enemy spotted mid.
अरे नहीं नहीं नहीं, अबे साले
नाइफ कर रहे हैं क्या?
आना।
सॉरी।
Spike planted.
Spotted A.
गन से मारने की हो रही क्या?
Spotted A.
भाई मेरे को क्यों ब्लाइंड कर रहा है?
Cutting their vision. Still inside.
अरे
Last player standing.
66.
ये राउंड आ रहेंगे, लेफ्ट में रहना। यार
अबे
बेल्ट मार।
One enemy remaining.
ओए
ओ भैया क्या सूता हूँ।
ये रे।
अरे ये भी जाएगा।
Last
Oh,
round
wait.
before the switch.
Don't be cheap. Spend it all before it's gone.
I have funds to spare.
Have funds to spare.
Get out of my way!
Someone's mid.
Spike down B.
Still inside. Cutting their vision.
इधर गया ये।
I know exactly where you are.
Last player standing. 30 seconds left. Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
लेफ्ट में लेफ्ट में। ये दिख गया।
ओए
ओ हेडशॉट।
Switching sides.
Idiots.
भूल हो रहा है यार, नहीं कर रहा।
1 घंटा खेल ले फिर वो देखेंगे मैच।
Right there. Right there.
मैं थ्रो कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है।
अबे थ्रो मत कर, चल मैं भी घुस रहे
How the boss does it.
घूमने के बाद ये
Right
इसलिए-
there.
एग्रेसिव खेलेंगे, फ्लैश मार के घुस, मैं ये मारूंगा।
Blocking sight.
Blinding.
Cutting their vision.
अरे मेरे को नहीं करना है, सामने तेरे पीछे।
Cypher bell.
Concussing. Careful now.
Here. Enemy spotted A.
Spike planted.
One enemy remaining.
अबे
Grateful I killed you quickly.
मेरे पीछे ही था ओके।
अबे मैं बोला तेरे पीछे दिखा मेरे को,
I'm amped. Let's go.
वॉल के पीछे दिखा मेरे को। ये कौन खड़ा है टोपी लगा के? मैंने देखा ये टोपी लगा के कौन खड़ा है चूतिया पीछे।
उससे गद्दे उसने मारा भी नहीं मेरे को भाई। उससे ज्यादा 3-4 आएंगे एक साथ मारूंगा तो मेरी तरह।
Still inside.
Flash out.
Spike down A.
ये क्या करना चाह रही है?
Current division.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
अबे ऊपर इधर 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 ही है
रुक जा रुक जा रुक जा रुक जा।
ऊपर आई
मार चुक गई।
अभी दिया ओपी बोलते हैं
ओपी बोलते।
I'll do my job, you do yours.
चलो चलो इधर ही चलो।
Spike's here. Right there.
चला कांट वांट नहीं करेंगे, सीधा मार के जीतेंगे, ठीक है?
Still inside.
Enemy spotted.
Current division.
Blinding.
Reloading.
Spike dropped.
Spike's here.
अबे मैं इससे क्यों छिपवा रहा हूँ
तुम मर क्यों रहा है?
अबे सामने यार मेरी
Spike planted. Flash out.
अच्छा रहेगा ये रॉन्ग है मतलब एकदम दूर सामने
One enemy remaining.
Right there. Right there.
Blocking sight.
हेलो
इनका जेट थ्रो कर रहा है चुपचाप।
Match point.
Stamp out their last breath.
जीपीआई मेरी बहुत कम है यार। मेरा
Still inside. Still inside.
Reloading.
Right there.
राइट देयर। पुश करना था यार, फ्लैंक मारना था। नाइफ निकालना जेट। जेट भाई नाइफ निकालो।
Enemy kill.
ओह
Blocking
Right
sight.
there.
Be faster.
Last
Spike
player
is
standing. Spike down B.
नाइफ निकालना चाहिए इसको नाइफ निकालना
एंटी भाई एंटी कोई ना।
Look your enemy in the eye. It helps with accuracy.
Reload him.
Spike down B. Last player standing.
ओ भाई 120 मार दिया भाई।
Ended.
अबे यार गन ले लेता भाई मैं।
इसको नमूना बना के रखा है।
इस चूते को मारना ही मत।
मैं ऐसे करते
VCT की स्ट्रीम यूट्यूब के किसी चैनल से मत करियो, कॉपीराइट क्लेम आ जाएगा। क्यों भाई?
नहीं आता अब मतलब अभी नहीं आएगा तेरे पास।
अभी नहीं है,
हटा देना।
अभी नहीं आएगा, बाद में हटा दूंगा
I
ऐसा।
have the spike.
जब बड़ा यूट्यूबर बन जाएगा ना तब कॉपीराइट आ सकते हैं।
बंदे कर तो रहे थे यार,
Toxins going up.
बहुत सारे बंदे कर रहे थे।
हाँ, ये
30
बात-
seconds left.
कोई बात नहीं, थग की देख लेंगे, थग की स्ट्रीम देख लेंगे। थग को बताया ना करने को।
Toxin screen down. Don't get in my way.
इसके किससे चैनल से करूंगा भाई?
Spike planted.
तो अबे ट्विच पे भी ये एवरेज जोनल शाउड ये लोग को भी तो अलाउ है बस।
Orb emitting.
अबे यूट्यूब पे ऐसा कुछ नहीं है भाई। मेरे को ऐसा लग रहा है, अगर ज्यादा होगा तो थग की स्ट्रीम देख लेंगे, वो भी स्ट्रीम करता है VCT।
Poison's off.
छी भाई
Just let them try to catch me.
I need a drop. I need a drop.
कि अभी डिस्कॉर्ड आऊंगा तब बताऊंगा। साले थग की स्ट्रीम से कॉपीराइट आएगा फिर। अरे नहीं आएगा। अरे यार थग को अलाउ है VCT स्ट्रीम करने का, तो मैं थग की स्ट्रीम तो देख ही सकता हूँ।
The hunt begins.
Someone's in defender spawn.
Enemy in defender spawn.
Spike down mid.
Target down.
चूतिया इसको मारी।
आगे जा।
इसको मार ही नहीं रहा था मैं। ऊपर है, ऊपर है, ऊपर है, ऊपर है।
Reloading.
Come on, let's go.
I have the spike.
अरे
कहाँ गए?
Last player standing.
I know exactly where you are.
ये मरेगा
यहीं पर सामने।
Spike planted.
भाई। तो उसकी स्ट्रीम देख सकता है लेकिन स्ट्रीम नहीं कर सकता, समझा कर। अच्छा
Toxin screen
तो
down.
फिर क्या स्ट्रीम करूं, देखूं मैं क्या स्ट्रीम पे, कैसे देखूं भाई फिर?
Leave us.
One enemy remaining.
मुमकिन है। आगे मत पिक मत। नहीं देना।
लेफ्ट है, लेफ्ट है, लेफ्ट है, लेफ्ट। एंटी
अरे यार मैंने लिख दिया था GGWP हट से। साथ ही जगह।
5 उदय मैं VCT की स्ट्रीम देखूंगा। कॉपीराइट क्लेम आ जाएगा तो हटा दूंगा। 3 कॉपीराइट क्लेम पे चैनल होता है ना।
They're not getting the message. Leave it to me. I'll rough them up. I need a drop. Cheers.
क्या बोल रहा है भाई? बहुत कंफ्यूजिंग चीज बोल रहा है ऋषभ भाई। तो मैं ट्विच पर VCT की चैनल की स्ट्रीम कर। तू ट्विच पर? अच्छा फिर बोलता है यूट्यूब पर। बोलता है तू ट्विच पर VCT के चैनल की स्ट्रीम कर यूट्यूब पर। अबे जेट को मत मारियो दीक्षी।
Let's go. Concussing.
They will cover.
Blinding.
अबे क्या रे 70 दिया।
Spike down A.
तुम
अरे यार।
अबे तू मौली करते करते ही मरता है भाई। ओ भाई
One enemy remaining.
अरे मजा आया। वो है।
राइट में मेरे भाई।
Sucked.
जी जी।
Attackers win.
Too easy. Blocking sight.
अच्छा ऐसा बोलना।
No charges left.
VCT के ट्विच के चैनल की यूट्यूब पर स्ट्रीम कर। तो मैं भाई यूट्यूब खोल के नहीं फिर मैं ट्विच खोलूं फिर यूट्यूब पे स्ट्रीम करूं। ठीक है। कितना टाइम हो गया? 9:50। और खेलेगा?
मैं 10:30 पे ना।
मैच 10:30 बजे से। रावण को लेता हूँ। ठीक है ठीक है। मतलब मैं ट्विच से लॉगिन करूँ, आईडी बनाऊँ, बहन की चोट, फिर उनका VCT 12 रावण। लगी बकचोदी है भाई। भाई तो ऋषभ भाई तू सर्च कर लेना भाई, नहीं तब पता चला वहाँ की तू गांड मर गई।
Match found.
ऐसा अबे यार
रावण ले रहा कोई?
क्या लेना है?
लेना है इस मैच में या फिर
अभी तो खेल के गए बेंच दी, खेल लेते हैं।
क्या ले रहा तुम?
क्या ले रहा है तू?
मैं सोच रहा हूँ वैलोरेंट वाले चूज करेंगे, तुम पहले ले लो।
जॉर्ज नहीं करना भाई, मैं रहना दे रहा हूँ।
They have no idea how hard.
डायरेक्ट कोम पे चला दियो। हाँ वही करूँगा मैं, सर्च तो कर लूँ।
ब्रीच ले रहा हूँ मैं, जानता नहीं ब्रीच किस वाले।
Match found.
फिर से आ गया।
हेवन आया भाई। स्मोक हो गया, 2 जेट हो गए, 2 ड्यूलिस्ट हो गए। जेट ले लिया क्या? इससे क्या लेगा?
मैं वाइपर खेलूं।
तेरे को अगर रेस लेना तो ले लो।
आराम से लेना जरा, मैं हेवन पे रेस खेलूं जरा।
चलो बहुत दिन लगे अब खेलूंगा।
They have no idea.
Take Sage, man,
how
take Sage.
heartless I am.
ओके
ओके ब्रो, अनरेटेड है थोड़ा।
हाँ मैं तो वैसे ही कह रहा था।
ठीक है ब्रो।
मैं ऐसे क्या कह रहा था?
मैं तभी ब्रिम लिया, अनरेटेड है।
अच्छा
हाँ हाँ हाँ।
गाल भोज रही है जो भी बोला अभी।
If any of you got a problem with me, take it out on my double.
अबे तो भाई मैं जेट हूँ। अरे ओ, ओके ब्रो, थैंक यू ब्रो, डू सब्सक्राइब ब्रो। अभी वाला जेट है कि दूसरा वाला जेट है? जेट ब्रो आप ही हो क्या अभी?
हाँ हाँ हाँ, वो जेट है, जेट है, जेट है।
जेट माय ट्रू लव।
क्या नाम है?
जेट माय ट्रू लव का भाई ने कमेंट किया था। क्या है मतलब? आदर चोद।
Still in sight.
मैं नहीं दे रहा।
दे फ्लैश दे,
Reloading.
फ्लैश दे मत।
Hawk out.
खाना खा लो, संभाल लेना।
ऑक्टेन मेरा
भाई दिख गई तो सूट दिया।
नहीं सोचा।
आजा। गजब लैग, डिस्प्ले कैप्चर में गजब लैग होता है भाई।
राउंड है, मैं देखा, मैं बता दूंगा बैक स्टेप होगा तो जा।
टीपी मारेगा।
आगे, उड़ा गई। बढ़िया। जा, मैं देख रहा हूँ।
Enemy spotted A.
One enemy remaining.
खाना लगा।
Flawless.
जीजी।
What issue?
Just like we practiced.
डिफ्यूज नहीं भाई, अपन पैकिंग वाले हैं ना।
अच्छा मुझे लगा डिफ्यूज बोला।
Spikes here.
चिल खेलना गाइस, ठीक है भाई। टॉक्सिक मत होने का कोई। अरे उधर नहीं, उधर फेंक भाई, ये मत कर भाई।
Launching smoke.
कोई नहीं है, पूरा मेरे साथ। उधर
Molly. Dim beacon here.
हाँ बढ़िया। पीछे देख एंट्री पे देख।
Plant the spike.
Cutting their vision.
अबे यार, गैराज में दो हैं। अबे जिक्सी किधर गया? खाना खा रहा है क्या?
Last player standing.
अबे यार क्या
अब
है?
आऊंगा।
पकड़ो स्पाइक पकड़ो।
ठीक, खा ले आराम से तो।
हेलो रेस, हेलो आर यू ओके, हेलो रेस।
अरे वो डिनर कर रहा हो।
रेस हेलो आर यू ओके।
रेज इज नूब मैन।
We got
अच्छा
this.
कह रही है एंटी रेस, जेट कह रही है एंटी रेस। भाई तू उससे भी बड़ी नूब है।
अबे
एंटी रेस
पीछे को बोलो मैं खाना खा रहा हूँ, पीछे को मुंह बंद करो मैंने।
ओ भाई
मजाक कर दो फिर, ठीक है भाई। सॉरी
ऑक्टेन,
फिर ठीक है।
हाँ
ये फिल्म था ना, अब देख खाना हो जाएगा ना तो कैसे इसको बॉम्ब
ऐसे मजाक मत किया कर। कर ले कर मजाक कर।
अरे गन दे देता है यार मुझे।
अरे जेट यहाँ स्मोक नहीं देने का।
Still in sight.
Launching smoke. Dim beacon down.
आ दिया पूरा।
Cutting their vision.
Enemy spotted A. Reloading.
भाई यार स्मोक में प्लांट करते।
प्लांट,
Blocking sight.
अबे तेरे पास है गू, वहीं नीचे प्लांट कर। वहीं नीचे प्लांट कर।
Got him.
Multiple enemies, A.
बैक स्टेप देखना कोई।
इससे पीछे
बोला बैक स्टेप।
घुस गया।
Last player
बैक
standing.
भाई कोई मतलब कोई एंगल होल्ड कर लो भाई। कसम से ये क्या छपरी नूब है।
उसका बाप, साले का बाप।
अरे ठीक है भाई, अनरेटेड खेल रहे हैं, टेंशन मत ले।
भाई कॉम्पी बैन रहते ना।
Make sure to follow my track in. I'll lead us right to the enemy. Help a girl out, would ya?
क्या रैंक है भाई आपका अनरेटेड में? ओह सॉरी कॉम्पी में।
हाँ भाई अनरेटेड में तो भाई आयरन है, कॉम्पी में भाई सिल्वर है।
कॉम्पी में सिल्वर है।
हाँ ब्रो,
अरे गन दे दे, मैं दिख रही नहीं।
उनको गन दे दे भाई।
Okay, Jet. Time to fly.
Help a girl out, would you?
Hawk out. Oof. Enemy spotted mid.
The hunt begins.
Our spike carrier.
कैंप कर रही है लेफ्ट में बट
Spike down. C.
3.
One enemy remaining.
गॉड। गराज
राज में यार मैं गन उठाने के चक्कर में मर गया बहन चोद।
लेफ्ट से देखो, एक लेफ्ट से देखो, लेफ्ट देख लेफ्ट टाइम था ये।
अरे उधर है उसका बंडल है उसपे। अबे ऊपर ग्लिच पॉप रखी थी बे।
None of my stuff has malfunctioned yet.
जीज
Can we celebrate that?
जीज
बेटा मेरे पास फायदा है, देख क्रेड्स मेरे, देख क्रेड्स देख, ये फायदा है मेरे पास, साथ में वेंडल है।
चूतिया।
मैं जा रहा हूँ भाई एफके।
अरे टॉप टाइगर 7 के दिए रुक जा रहा हूं 3 राउंड।
Need help.
Bomb buddy out. Satchel out. Satchel out.
Prepare for hellfire.
My corazón.
Reloading.
Plant the spike.
Enemy spotted B.
Hawk out.
One enemy remaining.
Reloading.
ये पे तो मैं हूँ भाई।
Long. Reloading.
ग्लिच पॉप लेके घूम रहा है ये साला, ग्लिच पॉप लेके घूम रहा है। इसकी माँ की तो मारो पहले वेंट।
मेरे पास चाहिए।
नहीं वेंडल चला रहा हूँ।
दे मेरे को देखना
I have extra money if anyone needs.
चल जाएगी, चला ना।
Reloading.
रिवर चाहिए।
ये ले मेरे से रिवर।
आगे आजा।
ये ले मेरे से ले, ये ले। अबे मेरे से ये ले भाई पिक्सी भाई।
क्या पागल हो गया भाई।
क्या मौली थी भाई, मजा आ गया
Bomb buddy out.
भाई। रिवर उठा लो भाई, मैं जहाँ मरा हूँ।
एक मिनट भाई रुक, तेरा बदला लेते हैं।
मैं मौली कर रहा था इसलिए हो गया ये काम। रिवर उठा भाई, रिवर उठा। अल्ट और व्हाट? अरे गधा आए गधा आइए। गायब
Spike down B. Last player standing.
एस और व्हाट? अरे भाई इतना बड़ा भाई हमें भी दे दो।
रावण तो अरे
ओ भाई
हील एड हील।
क्या कर रहा है तू?
अबे मैं सरप्राइज हो गया, वो सामने आ गया तो।
भाई
Drink some water, reload your mags, and let's get back out there.
Help a girl out.
इसलिए मैं फैंटम चलाता हूँ।
वैंडल भाई टट्टी भाई, रिकॉल टट्टी। गॉड मॉली देखेगा
भाई
सॉरी जय।
दिखा
Good on ya.
देखो भाई।
Good on ya. Good on ya. Good on ya.
10 बज गए भाई, मैच चालू होने वाला है।
Molly.
Good on ya.
आइए
Stay down.
मैंने क्यों मारा?
मतलब प्लान कर।
आइए।
Who's next?
Enemy spotted C.
Stealing sight.
अरे मैंने अल्ट नहीं मारना था यार।
One enemy remaining.
दे दे।
Spike planted. Reloading.
जिन आया है जिन।
अरे वो ग्लिच पॉप कहाँ है यार, दे दो।
नहीं है दिखती, वहाँ कोई नहीं है।
Flawless.
In the words of our song,
मिल गया ग्लिच पॉप, ये रही ऊपर।
survives.
Remember to talk to each other out there. If we
अरे मैंने
communicate,
स्मोक मारना था, गलती से अल्टी मार दी उधर और मर भी गया वो।
क्या टीम
उधर अल्टी मार दी ना मैंने, मेरा ओपन अप स्काई
नंबर जाते
जेन
मर भी गया वो।
सरेंडर कर दो प्लीज।
लेना पड़ेगा।
अबे जिन अभी वो के देखेंगे, मैच देखेंगे।
अबे खेलने
गॉड
गया
वाली गाइस। नहीं बस यार, खाओ आप खाओ।
अबे यार वो मैच देखेंगे, वीसीटी का मैच देखेंगे इसके।
वाह
अरे जिक्सी नहीं यार।
ऐसे मारते हैं ओके।
Stealing sight.
ओके एक ब्लाइंड देने तेरे लिए दे रहा हूँ।
Cutting their vision.
Reloading.
टीपी हो गया।
One enemy remaining. Last
अबे मार
player
रे।
standing.
अबे तू कैसे मर गया भाई उससे?
मेरे राइट पिक दिया, तूने सामने पिक दिया।
अबे मैं राइट में उसको ओमेन को छूता।
down.
मैंने भी राइट ही में दिया था।
Stim beacon down.
अपनी जेट तो सूतरी भाई।
गाइस मेरी बात सुनो। मैं
एंटी
मेरा
एंटी।
पिंग अच्छा रहा और मैं AFK
कोई ना
था।
भाई।
मेरा पिंग भी अच्छा रहा, मैं AFK था।
हाँ ठीक है भाई, कोई ना।
सॉरी गाइस।
अबे कितना सॉरी बोलता है
Have a
भाई।
single life worth saving.
मस्त है
मेरे रिवर्स निकाल दो।
क्या बताओ, क्या बोल रहा है?
खेलना चाहता हमारे।
यार मैं लास्ट में से अगर उसका भी खेलोगे तो एक और तो
नहीं कर रहे, तू खेल जाके।
Enemy spotted A.
कर तो जाता भाई। एरो के साथ में खेल।
Who's next?
अबे उल्टा गए तेरे, सीख दे माउट। क्या चूतिया है भाई।
मैंने क्या कर दिया?
Satchel out.
Cutting their vision.
Found one.
Stim beacon.
ऊपर है।
Hawk out. Blinded.
Spike planted.
Reloading.
Reloading.
Stealing sight.
One
अबे यार कोई कवर।
Blocking sight.
One enemy remaining.
ग्लिच पॉप ले।
Prepare for hellfire.
Looks like I was.
अरे वो वेंडल चलाएगा भाई।
I see something. Can't place it. Like us, but different.
काले ने बहुत सही है। सरेंडर किसको करना है?
अरे कर दो ना, क्या तो मैं देख मैंने तो सरेंडर किया।
मैंने भी क्या है, ऑक्टेन ने मना कर दिया सबको।
अबे इसके बाद मैं खुद नहीं खेलूंगा, लास्ट मैच है।
दिन चले अब पैसा काटा।
Time to mobilize my attack.
अबे नहीं, मतलब टाइम हो गया भाई, वो मैच देखूंगा भाई मैं।
box. Thank you.
Reloading. They're concussed.
Smoke's down.
Hawk out. Blinded.
Rich.
Taken out. Reloading.
One enemy remaining.
Let me take that glitch pop.
नहीं है ही नहीं.
Look your enemy in the eye.
Click your enemy in the eye. OP ना OP जेट OP. जेट भाई चक्रा पे. ये तो मैं ट्राई हार्ड नहीं कर रहा हूँ, नहीं तो अभी टॉप ट्रैक कर रहा होता.
मैं 2 राउंड AFK 3 राउंड AFK चला गया, कभी छोड़ते हैं.
Satchel out.
मैं बोल रहा हूँ भाई जेट भाई OP है भाई OP. थैंक्स बोल रहा.
अरे noob है.
Enemy spotted A.
मर गया.
Hawk out.
Who's next?
Cutting their vision. Cutting their vision.
अबे मारो बे चूतियों. मेरे को साला बेट बना दो मेरे को, है ना.
अरे मेरे को जब दिख गया तभी तो मारूंगा.
ये देखो ये चूते.
Last player standing.
ओ भाई.
Spike down. Attacker spawn.
सॉरी आप तो सॉरी.
इतना भी थ्रो मत करो भाई, इतना भी थ्रो मत करो.
गाइस आवाज आ रही है?
नहीं आ रही.
Last round in the half.
Don't save anything. Last chance to use our stuff.
चलो ओड़े.
गजब थ्रो कर रहे हो, गजब थ्रो कर रहे हो भाई तुम लोग.
राउंड देख अब देख.
मैं भी कर.
फ्लैश कर.
अबे चूती है क्या?
फ्लैश कर
मस्ती मत करो भाई.
नहीं बंदे को मारन तो दे. बंदे को मारन.
हां ठीक है.
Open up the sky.
The hunt begins.
एकदम छे.
Bomb buddy out.
दो दिन पड़ा है.
आ गई द हंट बिगिन करके वो बहन की लोड़ी.
कमेंट जल्दी कर यार, मजा आएगा. जल्दी मरना है उन लोग से.
गैराज पुश कर रहे हैं. अरे मत करो बे.
Spike down. C.
ओए.
राउंड करना है यार.
अरे मैं एक बार किया.
अबे क्या कर रहे हो भाई?
रुक जा.
They will cover.
हील दे दे.
Satchel out.
अब वो घंटा ही नहीं देगा चूतिया वो.
Enemy spotted C.
कोई आ ही नहीं रहा.
Last player standing.
तुम लोग साले मेरे को ही डैमेज दे दो बहन को.
Scout destroyed.
30 seconds left.
आज यही होना चाहिए बहन को तेरे साथ. आगे पीछे दोनों साइड तेरी गांड बननी चाहिए.
Switching sides.
Gadget from my stuff. Super easy to pick off.
रमन का तू हम लोग साथ करेंगे और ऑक्टेन को चढ़ेंगे. तू मारना भाई. ऑक्टेन मारना. इधर छोड़. एंडिटेड भाई यार. जल्दी आ जल्दी. फ्लैश कर ना.
हां फ्लैश है. 2 फ्लैश.
अबे मस्ती मत करो भाई चूतियों.
अभी क्या हो गया? एंडिटेड तो है. कौन सी है?
अबे लवड़े.
जल्दी साथ मेरे बंदे को मारने जाए ना तब मारेंगे. किधर भाग रहा है वो?
Gun here.
राउंड तेरे पीछे, मैं उसके पीछे.
ओ भाई
मैराथन की रेस.
आज ओलंपिक जीत जाएगी.
Multiple enemies A.
राउंड
Feeling sight.
एक और.
Bomb buddy out.
See ya.
Hawk out.
देरी से सुनो मैंने
Spike
किया था।
down A.
अंकित
मैंने सुनो किया था।
सुनो ब्रेम ब्रेम इधर आओ।
तुमसे मैं लौड़ा नहीं मरूंगा बहनचोदो।
Enemy spotted A.
One enemy remaining.
Reloading. Here, enemy spotted.
साले मेरे को मार रहे थे साले 3 HP में मैंने उसको सूद दिया।
Spike spotted A.
Wind, show me where to go.
साले रेज ने 34 दिया था मेरे को। अबे यार
Defenders win.
Catch as colorful as carnaval.
चलो बाय।
रुक तो जा 1 मिनट, डिस्कॉर्ड तो आ। अरे लेकिन भाई ये हमारा वो रहेगा, ये अपडेट रहता है सब वीडियो। अरे भाई गेम तो गया, चालू हो गया। क्या करने का है? आना है? ओ हेलो जेट ब्रो। ओ जेट ब्रो, अभी हम लोग जा रहे हैं जेट ब्रो। अभी हम लोग VCT देखेंगे अभी स्ट्रीम पे। आप डिस्कॉर्ड आ रहे हो तो आप डिस्कॉर्ड आ जाओ। नहीं आप खेलो, हम जा रहे हैं।
अब क्या जल्दी से इसको।
चल डिस्कॉर्ड आ जाओ गाइस, डिस्कॉर्ड आ रावण जिक्सी कमी भाई, हम लोग जा रहे हैं ठीक है। कल मिलते हैं सुबह। बाय 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 बाय। वेल अब दुनिया का नया बाप तो बंद करो। डिस्कॉर्ड खोलते हैं। मेरे पे तेरे पे साला कॉपीराइट क्लेम ना लग जाए वेंचर। Follow you, भाई मेरे पास बात नहीं। अरे अरे यार भाई माफ करता हूँ। ओके भाई जेट भाई, अच्छा लगा खेल के आपके साथ, मजा आया। कल मिलते हैं मॉर्निंग में। भी नहीं रहा यार ये। ये क्या है बे, हॉट टब डांसिंग
on the board, and the night is actually
posted earlier today. I mean, look at this. He was so excited to get a fist bump scream, guys. And, you know, they're going through the rehearsals, you know, all sportsmanship. There's. Ooh. He gave him the old Ric Flair treatment.
Bad for Boaster.
Why is that, Ryan? Why is that?
Well, because Boaster has looked up to Scream. forever, man. Like, and I think Boaster's story in particular is one that I think is really pulling at the heartstrings for a lot of people. Now it's got serious. Scream's really toying with him. They did make up another fist bump in another picture. Why am I even telling you that? This is a nice grudge match. These guys have played in MEA finals, Challengers 2 finals, all best of 5 things. But this is a best of 3. Map bans and picks are going to be important. And also, we've got a pretty interesting matchup when it comes to Yampi and Durka. They both went to the same Finnish school. It must be a school for like Finnish op wizards, because the amount of swishes and flicks that we've seen from both of them has been amazing. But it really goes to show that both these players actually came onto these teams at a pretty late point. It really helped them build a lot of momentum getting into the Challengers sort of finals and then qualifying for Iceland. They're going to be massively important when it comes to getting on top and maybe even beating Newton after this game potentially.
I have a really good joke that I'm going to say, and I hope I nail it. Forget Hogwarts. How about Yogwarts? You know, because of Yampy. I don't know. I tried. Okay.
Did they finish this school actually?
Oh, that was a good one. Dang it, Lothar. You did good. You did good. I'm proud of you today. You made yourself. You made up for the Jaws joke. And no one laughed at my joke as well, by the way, which actually kind of hurts me. So I'm expecting to see a lot of Keck W's.
Start
But anyway, Veli, there's going to be a lot here that Liquid need to contend with, especially in dealing with, as Ryan pointed out, Durka's prominence on the map.
Durka by far, and listen, debate your mama, there's no argument about it. Durka is the best entry player in this whole tournament. We see it from round number 1. He picks a lane and he dominates. Now, it's going to be very important that Team Liquid, they learn to adapt on the fly, use that utility, and make sure that they know where Durka's coming from. I personally think Golden Boy Soulcast is going to be the most important player on Team Liquid. We hear about Yampy, we hear about Scream, but against version 1, like we just saw, the aggressive peaks with the Trailblazer, the guided lights to see if Fnatic are actually faking or if Durka is actually hiding in the corner, you're going to have to call that out, get those kills, and that makes things so much easier for him. So, Soulcast, I'm looking at you, man. Step up.
Yeah, you would want players like Soulcast to step up, but paper thin. The reality is that as Fnatic have taken this trip to the lower bracket, they seem to have just gotten better, especially after that loss against Sentinels. It seems like Fnatic are looking like in top form today.
Yeah, and I mean, a big part of it, of course, is Durka opening up that space and that time for his team. And a lot of that is based on the utility that Fnatic uses. It's like toxic screens to cut off the angles that he has to look at, or sometimes he just like knows what to shoot at through those toxic screens. Even we saw that yesterday where he just blind fired and hit somebody. But I mean, after that, it's their post-plant setups that are really difficult to deal with. They're incredible at it. They know their space. They know their timings. If they have the time to set up, it's really difficult to deal with. What is Team Liquid going to do? Are they going to find ways to hit the back lines of Fnatic and really disrupt those lineups in those post-plant situations?
Yeah, and Fnatic's prep, though, Lothar, has been impeccable. You saw it in that version 1 matchup. And while, again, to kind of echo it, they didn't quite find their footing in Sentinels, you could see moments of greatness there, and I'm expecting that same level of preparation coming out of this squad today here as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. Fnatic, you can see here on Ascend, they actually came up with very neat setup on B, where there's a Viper wall cutting off Cypher sitting in CT. They have like a lot of small stuff that is just making it work. Here in this pistol round, they had a heavy A stack, while there was a Viper wall set up in the backside of B for a retake. So they always have a plan in their mind, which is great to see, because they have, like, let's say in this situation here, even though they lost the pistol round, but if they would be attack on B, where Yampy would have just probably dashed out, they would retake 5v5.
वैलो का प्लान है या उसको देखने का?
मैं तो देखने बैठ गया.
And basically because of that they have an upper hand.
ओ ठीक है, नहीं तो हमको लगा आप बुला रहे हो तुम वैलो ऑनलाइन कर ऑन किया तो देखा आप ऑनलाइन ही नहीं हो.
अभी बंद तो किया
because they only played Ascent. Sorry, Icebox and Heaven so far. Icebox is typically banned by Liquid, and that leaves 3 maps that are not really shown, right? And we have seen an example in Ascent. Fnatic didn't even play solo. They compensated that with a combination of Cypher and Sky, which is a great newer plan coming from the teams. I'm expecting to see
आज तो सेमीफाइनल है ना?
coming from them. Maybe we'll even see split today that we didn't see in the EMEA finals at all, unless
किसका थक का स्ट्रीम देख रहे हो ना?
एक ही मैच है.
Gonna play here.
अरे मैं ट्विच पे देख रहा हूँ.
तो थक का स्ट्रीम पे देख रहे हो ना?
नहीं ट्विच पे देख रहा हूँ.
Of today,
गलत कर रहे हो.
paramount here for
कॉपीराइट लगेगा क्या?
Winner moves on.
नहीं, थक्का पे देखो, थक्का पे.
EU team will be knocked out of this competition today.
अब देखो तो पता चलेगा।
Yeah, and I
कितना
still
मजा आएगा
think for
थक
both
वाले
these
पे।
teams getting this far for a confirmed 4th place and maybe even as far as 2nd.
If you're passionate about mechanical gaming keyboards and our gold standard mechanical switches, you've come to the right place. We not only provide you with in-depth technical
हाँ मेरे तो
explanations.
देख सकते हो आप।
पक्का बता, क्योंकि ऋषभ मना कर रहा था, बोल रहा था नहीं देख सकते, उसकी स्ट्रीम अपनी स्ट्रीम पे नहीं चला सकता।
अरे स्ट्राइक ही तो पड़ेगा यार, हटा देंगे स्ट्रीम, एक दिन का तो स्ट्रीम हटेगा, कोई नहीं।
अबे यार
डरते हैं क्या, बोल दो।
हक्का स्ट्रीम में
स्किप करो ऐड, स्किप करो।
उसका म्यूट होता है बे।
प्यार से हम
अरे
नहीं बोलेंगे
बिंग्स
भाई।
बैठा हुआ है बे।
अरे करो ना।
ऑलमोस्ट मेरा रोस्टर
भाई तो बोल रहा है इसलिए तो मजा आएगा।
All guns blazing, and they look more confident here.
बूस्टर तो फुल, हाँ बूस्टर तो
तभी तो मजा आएगा रे बाबा।
अरे बिंग्स भाई सही बोल रहे हो, सही बोल रहे हो बूस्टर भी। बिल्कुल
गेमिंग हाउस स्टोर नहीं कर सकता यार। मैं यहाँ पे जहाँ आइसलैंड में आया हूँ ना, ये
अच्छा
नहीं है।
अच्छा ऐसा, अच्छा ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है।
अपना नॉइज सप्रेशन ऑन करो डिस्कॉर्ड का।
किसी का माइक क्यों ऑफ है? साले तुम लोग स्ट्राइक पढ़वाओगे।
गंदा प्लेयर।
लिक्विड मेरे से पूछा प्रेडिक्शन, एनालिस्ट मतलब मैं।
ठीक है भाई ये कर लो भाई, मेरे पे कोई रोल नहीं है, जिक्सी को मॉड का रोल दिया। ठीक है भाई ये कर लो भाई।
अबे ये मेरा वाला सर्वर होगा, मुझे कुछ पता नहीं, इसको मैंने नहीं बताया भाई। फैनेटिक 2-1 भाई।
I want to choose Liquid so bad because I love everybody on that roster. Scream is incredible, right? You can't deny it, man. But the team is just way too freaky for me, and they could get thrown off. They go against a really good team with great adjustments. Fnatic is exactly that. I think both players are extremely intelligent, but not only that, there's no answer for Durka yet.
लिक्विड भाई तुम लोग क्या बोलते हो, फैनेटिक या लिक्विड?
अरे मैं उसमें देख रहा हूँ यार।
Saw yesterday that a lot of teams don't have a response for Yampy either, so much so that they leave him to hold sites by himself. That is how good he is. Do you think that the Yampy difference could be a factor here today?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the potential is slightly higher for Team Liquid in terms of like their absolute peak is just a little bit, I think, above Fnatic's in terms of like individual mechanical abilities. So I think for me, Team Liquid is going to come here, perform on the big stage just a little bit better than Fnatic. I think it's going to be a very, very close game. I think for Team Liquid, I just read an interview by Scream right before this that he said they are focused on Durka. They're trying to shut him down. They know he's a key factor in what makes Fnatic successful. So they have a game plan coming into this. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the lean, mean, scream machine, Team Liquid.
All right, he's going for Team Liquid.
अरे क्या Team Liquid भाई? Team Liquid नहीं, Fnatic भाई, Fnatic.
I have one of their sweaters. It's really comfortable.
Fnatic bro, Fnatic.
Lothar, here's the deal though, man. There is a lot of discussion around this combination of Durka and Yampy, but
Durka अच्छा खेलता है भाई, Yampy भी अच्छा खेलता है, लेकिन यार मेरे को नहीं लगता कि ये साले
surely
Team Liquid
you feel
जीतेगी।
like Team Liquid has an opportunity, or are you going the other
Fnatic
way?
जीतेगी भाई, Fnatic। तू कहाँ देख रहा है?
That's for sure. We have seen that in the past when the teams already met up.
तो मेरी स्ट्रीम पे क्यों देख रहा है? तू अच्छे से YouTube पे देखना
मत। This one, I do feel like Fnatic is gonna have they contained a lot more information about them. Their compositions. I feel like they're actually gonna.
अरे फेस कैम इसलिए यहाँ पर क्या है? क्योंकि वो वाली जगह जो है ना, वहाँ कुछ नहीं है। मैं नीचे करूँगा तो VCT वालों का प्रोडक्शन का है ना, वो उसमें हिंड्रेंस होगा।
Liquid wasn't showing really great when it comes to like the preview games. They were mentally a little bit, let's say, even broken, and that could have been affected.
छोटा कर दूँ क्या?
All right, and Ryan, for you, my friend, who do you got winning this?
I got Fnatic. I think a lot of people might look at the recent game, the best of 5 series against Liquid that won against Fnatic. I think the main thing is that's a best of 5. It's 3 maps here. Some get banned out. I think overall the map pool is going to look good for Fnatic. But I mean, Link shaved his head. He's got the bald buff. 60% of this analyst desk has it as well. It's a really good thing going for Liquid, but Fnatic should have it here.
All right, well, Ryan, I want to thank you so much for joining us. And by the way, everyone, make sure you check out his channel Hitscan for amazing Valorant content, as well as a co-stream of the Masters Reykjavik broadcast at youtube.com/Hitscan. But the battle for EU begins right now. Let's kick off Masters Reykjavik yet again.
कोल्ड ड्रिंक होती मजा आ जाता। तू किसकी टीम में है? जिक्सी। क्या? तूने किसको ले रखा? कौन जीतेगा बता? लिक्विड पर स्क्रीम है यार। हमारा एक ही हो गया यार, लेकिन वहाँ अच्छी टीम है भाई। Fnatic में बूस्टर है, डेरिक है, अच्छी टीम है यार Fnatic।
मेरा तो Fnatic है भाई, Fnatic ही जीतेगी। तेरा कौन सी है?
Fnatic भाई, Fnatic है भाई, Fnatic है, Fnatic 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 Fnatic। इन लोगों ने सिनेमैटिक ट्रेलर कितना माचो बनाया था भाई। इंडिया वालों का कोई अता पता नहीं है भाई VCT में। पता नहीं कब आएंगे, देखते हैं कब आते हैं। मैं चेंज कर देता हूं।
अरे ऑक्टेन जिंदा मत काट, इंडिया को अपन रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे।
क्या करेंगे? तो अपना वॉल्यूम कम कर लो। मेरे नहीं वॉल्यूम कम मत कर, वैसे ही रहना, मैं कम कर लेता हूँ। चल ठीक है। जल्दी आ बे ऋषभ।
आईडी बताओ
क्या?
ऑक्टेन ऑक्टेन।
हाँ
कमेंट्री कर मजा आएगा।
अबे कमेंट्री में उतना अच्छा नहीं है भाई अभी।
अबे कर, तेरी गालियां मजा आती है देख। सारी देखेंगे भाई।
नहीं भाई नहीं, गालियां वाली नहीं दूंगा भाई। अच्छे प्लेयर हैं भाई, अपने बात अलग है, अपने दोस्त वाले ये लोग भाई, इनका लेवल बहुत सही है भाई।
मैं बोल रहा कमेंट्री कर, को ऑडियो कम कर दे कमेंट्री वालों का, तो अपना कमेंट्री चालू रख।
ठीक है,
मजा आएगा बे तेरे को भी, ऐसे देखते रहेगा, बोर हो जाना आ जाए।
मैं बोर नहीं होता भाई।
तो मैं बोल रहा हमें मजा आएगा ना देखने में।
ठीक है,
हमें मजा आएगा तो इंडिया गाली सुन।
Last time we played and we lost 3-2, long BO5, and I just want a rematch.
I just want to wish them good luck. I know there are brothers from Europe, but one team has to go home and we'll make sure it's done.
ड्रीम की पर्सनालिटी भी अच्छी है भाई, बंदा।
It's not over yet for Neutron. They could still do a lower bracket run.
I feel like we're a top contender for this tournament, so if we get past Liquid and we got Newton left, I'm confident we can get it, and I'm confident that we can get another 2-0.
아무래도 좀 팀플레이 위주로 기반으로 하는 팀들에게 저희가 조금 더 비슷한 스타일이기 때문에 같이 잘 대응할 수 있지 않을까 그렇게 생각하고 있습니다.
ये वाला मैच देखा था, ये एनयू वालों ने अच्छी फाइट दी थी यार इन लोगों को, सेंटिनल्स को, लेकिन
아직 남았으니까 각오해도 좋을 것 같습니다.
क्या कर सकते हैं?
These guys are really good at Valorant.
Oh, but एक नंबर दी।
Hopefully we're gonna play Neutron for the next game, so we can reach the grand finals against Sentinels.
I don't think anyone can put up a strong fight against us. We're gonna beat everyone.
डैपर मस्त लगता है भाई मेरे को, सबसे सही सेंटिनल्स का डैपर फेवरेट भाई। टेंस है सबका फेवरेट, लेकिन भाई डैपर जो फ्लिक्स देता है ना भाई, मजा आता है। सेंटिनल्स ये टेंस चल ही नहीं रहा। टेंस बहुत क्वाइट टूर्नामेंट है टेंस का ये। अबे ये लोग वो लगाने चलाते हैं साले, इंडियन समर।
There can only be one.
अरे पेंजी की है यार, पेंजी
The
मस्त
final
लगती है।
chance for these EU teams to throw
पेंजी
down.
एक नंबर
Fnatic
कास्टर
up
है।
against Liquid. It's all out today. There we go. Scream's a good guy.
मजा नहीं?
But this is what
पेंजी
it
बहुत
comes
अच्छी
down
है।
to. There can only be one bastion of hope for the European region. The masterminds walking out there, Slee on the stage, Mini joining out as well. Everyone bringing it through here. Yampi looking in good spirits. And they know each other. These were, as Scream said, brothers at one point, now rivals.
Yeah, and another really interesting matchup for us here today. Again,
लेट करके क्यों रखा है? वही टाइम रखता है ना इस पे तू कर रहा
है। अरे वही टाइम है, लेट वेट especially from these European teams.
तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ तो उसमें देख किसी और में.
And again, we've seen in previous examples, obviously think back to the best of 5 in the Challengers finals at least, to get to this stage, just how much preparation went into that and the anti-stratting and the slight
adjustments. समझ नहीं आएगा, डिस्कॉर्ड पे रहे लेकिन स्ट्रीम दूसरी चला.
Regional matchups are always an interesting one when it comes down to it.
Icebox
cancel. We're going to take away
Icebox
instantaneously, which has been a commonplace
cancel किया, team Liquid ने
and again just a few struggling performances from
अरे यार मैंने स्प्लिट नहीं देखा, स्प्लिट बहुत कम खेल रहा है.
Haven's an interesting one.
माइंड ही देखे जा रहा हूँ, एसेंट ही देखे जा रहा हूँ. एसेंट देख के पक जाऊंगा. दूसरा एसेंट होगा देखना लगा चल.
This is really interesting. Neither team playing this so far through Masters, and actually, I mean, with previous performances, taking that into account, that's terrifying. I think we might see some magic coming out here in map 1.
I mean, you can't leave something like that played. If Fnatic sees that, it's there every day. And for Liquid, you can't dance with the devil and not expect to get burned. These boys have got to know they're walking into the Lion's Den here, and we're going to have Split as the last. Liquid picking up Ascent. Ooh, this veto's looking kind of nice, Hypok.
Yeah, and it goes to Split. I mean, this was a talking point as well previously with what we saw at the Challengers finals, right? From Fnatic, that triple duelist comp that came out. Again, we have really got great dates up, right? There's been lots of kind of messing around with the composition there. So I'm hoping again, you know, I said actually on day 1 or 2 of Reykjavik that I don't expect Fnatic, with preparation being so pivotal to you know, their performance overall. I don't think they would come to an event like this and have such a massive hole in their map pool. So if we do go the distance here, Split could be really interesting to watch.
And speaking of going the distance, this whole series is really a marathon. I think it's something we can't ignore, that whoever wins this has to then face an incredibly good opponent just around the corner. So you've got to be thinking about the longevity in this, the endurance that these two teams, whoever makes it forward, will have to show today.
Well, it looks in good spirits. Now, again, I mean, last time we were talking over Liquid, we talk about the emotional factor and just how many times this, again, it's watching Liquid under pressure, right? And again, there's no strangers to this kind of scenario, right? In EU, we're kind of forged through these one and done elimination brackets where we don't have the benefit of having a lower bracket, right? So the stakes here very familiar for both teams. They've both been here before. But yeah, I'm expecting a hell of a display of Valorant today.
Leading to this point, you look towards the route these two teams have taken, and it's been impressive. Yeah, there's a couple of, I guess, marks on the sheet, right? You've got version 1, the loss there, the 2-1 loss that came through that certainly haunted a little of Liquid going through it. The Sentinels lost to Fnatic, somewhat more expected, but definitely tempered some of that confidence that Durka once had. So again, we look towards how they'd recover, and they did against X10 and then version 1, sending the first NA team out of here. However, the big boss waiting is still Sentinels, who will be in that final, who can watch this all happen in front of them. They get a day to sit and wait with anticipation as to who makes it through this run in the end.
I think it's fair to kind of judge both teams by their losses, and Fnatic ultimately, I think, looked better in their loss, right? It was actually a very close series with Sentinels, and again, it came back to I don't want to say an underperformance from Liquid, because I think actually on the day, the version 1 just over-delivered massively. But yeah, it's definitely interesting to see kind of the way that series started out, and for Liquid to close out Split on map 1 and then kind of stumble on the two hurdles that followed that. Was definitely painful to watch. As an EU fanboy, I think it's no secret already. I let my emotions
I think you can be biased in this one, don't worry, mate. You're fine.
Well, in this one, an EU team's going to win, Lauren. An EU team's going to win this series.
Yo, Rishabh bro, caster aa gaya apna.
Get him out of here. Absolutely disgusting. And again, this is the thing. I think that
Liquid
people coming into this just on paper
Fnatic
looked
भाई
at those
Fnatic
results against your Sentinels
निकाल
version 1.
निकाल तू जल्दी निकल यहाँ से
अगर स्क्रीन ने स्टेज लिया
अबे तो रुक मैं क्या करूँ
लिक्विड के चांस है
सुन मैं तेरी स्ट्रीम हटा देता हूँ
तू मेरी स्ट्रीम मत देखना तू
हाँ मैं ट्विच चला रहा
हाँ क्योंकि
मैं ट्विच चला रहा
हाँ क्योंकि मेरी स्ट्रीम देखेगा डिले है उसमें मेरी बात पे लेट आएगी दो बार आएगी
अबे तो फिर मैं तुम्हें स्पॉइलर ही दे दूंगा क्या चल रहा है
अरे नहीं मैं भी तो ट्विच में देख रहा हूँ ना तू अगर यूट्यूब पे देखेगा मेरी तो लेट है यूट्यूब थोड़ा मेरा
अबे इस पे यूट्यूब पे और लाइव कर
अरे मैं ट्विच पे देख रहा हूँ भाई
These guys play in
तो
and
YouTube
out.
चैनल से डिले हटा दे फिलहाल के लिए
अरे वो उतना मिनिमम रहेगा ही रहेगा
coming in, brought to you by Prime Gaming.
मेरे अबे टैग तो डाल दे #VCT वगैरह करके एजेंट टैग हो गया दिमाग में स्टार्ट है
अबे स्क्रीन तेज खेल रहा है
last time we did see the showing here was Scream on the Phoenix. We're going to see the Sage in place here, which we've seen across a couple of other maps as well elsewhere.
Scream को लेना है
real surprises
आएगा मजा
expectations wise. Yeah,
और समय पे बाइंड है ना
flexing onto that Sova here, and obviously Doma stepping onto the raise Magnum on the sky. So real shockers across the board here. Again, adopting Sage as part of Liquid's composition more so.
गाँव में रह रहा है क्या बच्चे
Yes,
चिल्लाने
the
गली
more
में
surprising one was Ascent for me to make that switch, but here at least on Bind,
मेरा भाई खेल रहा है
no real
PUBG
shocker.
No, and I'm very excited to see Fnatic actually win this round because most people coming against them will just take it away from them. It's too heavy to ignore, so it's normally removed from the equation. We haven't had to even have that discussion until this point. So finally, we get to have a little look at it and we get into the game. EU versus EU here. Fnatic up against Liquid, and only one continues. It's going to be a heavy burden to bear to carry the banner forward. Only one of these teams can do it.
Bind है क्या पहला?
Bind है फिर Ascent है फिर साला
instantly in
split है.
pistols will always go to Yampi, made to be the
Split हमेशा last आ रहा है, मुझे split
अरे पिस्टल राउंड देख प्रेडिक्ट
so
कर
the man is locked and loaded, ready to go.
पिस्टल राउंड प्रेडिक्ट कर कौन जीतेगा
Slow start here. We see early Mystics set
अबे
up that
क्या
move
भाई
for A site, and we're going to have 3 members of Liquid actually committed here to hold pretty close, but Fnatic sitting in the default for the time
उसको भी बुलाओ
being. No
Fnatic attack
real
में देख पूरा
surprises here.
slow
Doma
खेलेगी
situated just
फिर
outside.
निकलेगी
Market here, actually pushing up towards
पूरा ये
Sand
पे है
with Boaster spike
तीन
in
लोग ये
hand
पे
as
इनके
well. So if they try and force their way in here, Durka's still just waiting for any
उसके
sort
वॉल देख
of
तू उसके वॉल देख तू
बॉल देख रहा है बॉल देख भाई
Liquid actually going to be proactive here. They're going to take control of short coming through A. You're going to push
इसने
through
एक साइड ब्लॉक कर दी अपनी बॉल को
Yeah, they're not really stopping, even with that little bit of contact they got off kind of on the backside. Now Yampi on the swing here, gonna find Doma. This is very proactive in this regard. I'm quite surprised that
एक एडवांटेज है लिक्विड पे दो हीलर हैं
relayed throughout this after that initial spot, but you can see the response from
Fnatic
Fnatic
is to lean back towards the
side screen,
अबे
trying to be the guardian of it, but no, Mystic takes him away, and now the site's a little more available. It's
मैं बोल
not
तो रहा हूँ
without
स्क्रीम
contest though.
तेज बहुत
Still
गलत खेल रहा है
Soulcast
उसको
gonna be
पीली
playing
खेलना चाहिए ड्यूलिश
short,
खेलना
flash
चाहिए
over towards Shower, and one right back from Magnum.
प्लांट हो जाएगा
Soulcast now just kind of isolated. He's got to actually try
तेरे
and
को
find
बाद में
some
दिख रहा है कि तू
damage here
किसकी
if
स्ट्रीम
he
पे
can
देख रहा
once
है
comes
मैं
through.
ट्विच
Yampi
पे
goes
देख रहा हूँ
back
भाई
now. They should be able to get some kind of control of sight.
मेरे बाद में दिखा रहा है भाई
Fnatic will stabilize
अबे
for the
मेरी
time
स्ट्रीम
being.
मत देखो तुम लोग भाई
I love the Fnatic focus towards
मेरे में
that
तो
player from
10
short.
सेकंड बचे हैं इन दोनों में
Postpone, but now there's
पहला राउंड
nothing really in their way.
अब 10
Link
सेकंड बचे
noted, does find
Link-
one, and
Link
away
ने
we
pick
go
off
to
लिया,
the other
हो
जाएगा,
side.
plant हो जाएगा, plant हो जाएगा।
Uncontested,
हाँ, plant
5
हो ही
seconds
जाएगा।
remain. Link has got a long way to get trotting.
3v1 है
नहीं भाई
There's still
पहला राउंड आ रहा
well, manages to
3v1
upgrade
है
to the frenzy. They come through Mystic low HP, but
राइट से खाएगा रिंग
Magnum pretty healthy. Molly going to come through.
Brim dip हो गया, Brim dip हो
there
गया।
and
और इसी
clean
चला
that one
गया
up. And again, we went round the world. I
अबे अंकित कॉम्पी में है यार
it's good to
उसके
see
बाद
Liquid
आएगा
kinda take a very proactive approach there.
ठीक
And
है
the
एक
Scream is
कॉम्पी
kind of the
उसमें फट से खत्म हो
contingency
जाएगा
for
उसका
Yampi
तो
and Soulcast to go hunting through market. They find that kill. Unfortunately here, I think Scream maybe
अबे 4:3
misreading
पे
that a
भी
little
खेल रहे हैं
bit.
भाई
They were
लोग
expecting one player to come through showers, but
क्या
overall
बोल
really
रहा है
well
4:3
handled recovery at least on that, because it
Hmm.
looked like with that
Team
aggression in
ratio.
the early round, everything
अरे
was kind of
वो
playing
तो
towards
गेम बहुत
Liquid's
तगड़ा होता है
favour.
भाई हर
Yeah,
बुलेट
the
लगती
boys
है
are
उसको
fired up. You can see it
वो
in Fnatic's
प्रोडक्शन वाला
faces.
का
They
होगा भी
are
कुछ
loving
बंदे
that
तो
good
भाई
stuff for them. Shake
फुल
it off,
उसमें
get
खेल
right
रहे
into
होंगे
day,
यार
feeling hot as well. Just get that momentum building
नहीं
instantly.
अपना
Slow
रेजोल्यूशन चेंज
beginning,
कर
and
सकते हैं
that's
जब
something
अपनी
you'd like
मर्जी
to
के
see for
हिसाब से
Liquid if you're a fan
वो
as
तो
well.
कर
They
सकते
do
हैं लेकिन
respond
वो
well.
तो
Get
फुल पे ही खेल
Yampi
रहे
kind
होंगे
of
भाई
popping off early, get that hot hand building. Not
ये देखिए
just
स्पेक्टेट कर
भाई
रहे हैं देखना डोमा को
69
स्पेक्टेट
होता
कर रहे
है
हैं अरे देख तो डोमा को स्पेक्टेट
more
कर
of
रहे
the
हैं मैग्नम
usual,
कर
but
रहे हैं ये
Magnum's
दो
going to
पिक
catch a lovely bit of info, sees the second, actually commits on the flash to it, going to fall away. And while this happens, Fnatic then going to lean heavier
जाम
towards
से
the
क्या
B
कर
side.
रहा है यार
काय का यही है कि इसमें खुद को हील नहीं कर पाती ना। अरे लॉन्ग में बंदा है भाई।
Fnatic gonna get full control of front side, should get a clean plant as well.
Again, लेके बैठा है।
The way this is played out, look for Liquid to just try and do some damage, get some of these weapons off the board. From Fnatic. It's going to be difficult to break back through here with pistols, and you always see actually Magnum 45 HP back away on short, but he's now going to come through for the pinch.
कौन है मैग्नम को देख
closes them in further and further. He does get noted, but the flash is
खुद blind हो गया था
Sprays a little late, but does the job. Soulcast
क्या तो
removed.
फ्लैंक मारा उसने।
And now we are going to be looking at the last 4. Now time's dwindled, so this is again a damage case for Liquid. What more can they get out of this? Tag, no frag, all sorted. Fnatic moving forward, 4 alive, spike planted. Good start for them.
भाई क्या बोलूं?
टीम लिक्विड हारेगी बे, पक्का हारेगी।
It comes to, I mean,
लिक्विड हार गई तो अब यार सेंटिनल जीत नहीं की यार।
We look towards on this composition, at least we look towards Doma building his ultimate. See Magnum as well to an extent, with that being a lesser requirement in terms of numbers. And also both some of the set pieces we see are based around that showstopper and the orbital strike with this composition. Decent progress already from Boaster and Magnum as well.
मेरे को आइडिया नहीं, Fnatic के तो आ रहा है।
Fnatic के साथ हुआ है 2020 किया
क्या बक्स हो दिया भाई।
That's
it's quite nice.
मुझे किल मिलेंगे।
अरे जज लेके बैठा है, दोनों जाएंगे।
No way, the discipline of this man.
बोलो ना दोनों जाएंगे।
The judge, the jury,
अबे
the
तू कहाँ देख रहा है भाई, तेरे में तो लेट क्यों दिखा रहे हैं?
good with this. It's actually unbearable.
दोनों जाएंगे।
And now Fnatic can be feeling a little worse for wear after that.
अबे नहीं चले गए मेरे में जब बोला मैंने।
Yes.
तेरे में बाद में चल रही है।
Down as well. Soulcast can find a kill elsewhere. Only 2 remaining here for Fnatic, Durka and Doma.
वैसे तो किसने देख रहा है?
Dynamic duo we've seen so
मैं
many
Twitch
times.
पे देख रहा हूँ Valorant के चैनल
If they
पे।
can do anything to recover this round for them. Difficult here. Screen posted up already. I mean, Liquid able to collapse around
तेरे
this
में बाद
spike.
में दिखा रहे सब कुछ।
अरे ठीक है।
अरे तू
Take full control. Screen
अब दिया भाई।
Okay, yeah. Lose that to the
चलिए
specter
राउंड तो
of
जीत
Durka.
गए। लिक्विड जीत गई, ये जीत गई, राउंड जीत जाएगी।
2v4 है।
Yeah, any more damage here really is good, but I mean if they can
recover
recover this, that'd be even better there.
Nice.
Okay, Cryptics will deal with it. Doma gets 1 consolation before
देख
falling.
मेरे में राउंड खत्म हो गया, तूने अब बोला ही क्या?
Majority of Liquid survive.
अबे राउंड चालू हो गया मेरे में दूसरा, चौथा राउंड।
And big tick in the box for EMP.
तो मेरे में चालू हो गया 20 सेकंड बाद।
मेरी स्ट्रीम देखेगा। अच्छा तू मेरे
not too surprising after what we saw. I think it was just yesterday, right? Like
भाई का ट्रिगर डिसिप्लिन दिखाया
check in the corner, but it happens. Just going to be a bit of a wake-up call. Get the caffeinated beverages on the go, and I'm sure Fnatic will tighten that up. You can't let him go unchecked on.
No, and again, you noticed it as well. It's the
भाई कर लिया सबने भाई।
It's the reward for that discipline in getting the second as well, right? Letting Boaster pass and then punishing Mystic.
अब उससे अल्ट है ना, उससे अल्ट है अपनी तो उसने लाइट दिया है, लाइट बाइट।
On B long, going to get the bait storm online, so you can ride that Spectre through this round. Rifles across the board elsewhere. It's spotted though by the Aaau drone. Forced out by the paint shell. Going to have to burn his dash as well, so maybe can't be as aggressive with the blade. I say that comes through.
He was just a little ahead by maybe a second, but you could see the intention behind it. If that flash was a little earlier, he was a little later by a second. That could have been devastating, but it actually kind of leaves everyone in a bit of a stalemate now.
अभी देख सारे के सारे बीच है।
Still 4 rifles on deck and no big hit just yet from Fnatic, which is coming in
वो
now.
देखना उन्होंने उनको पता भी चल गया रोटेट कर दिया इन
You can see
लोगों
what
ने।
they're trying to do to buy the time for these rotations, which pretty solid now. These 4 players for Fnatic try and make the dip through. No way, he's gone away with it. He needs more. He's only going to get 1 more out of it. I thought maybe the connection on Doma could have happened. But the damage gets done, and now the re-rotation from Link tries to come back across, catching them on the weird timing of it. Doma bails them out of another sticky situation.
अभी भी जीत सकती है वो, अबे हेल्थ नहीं है इनका और शील्ड भी डैमेज है।
अरे नंबर गेम the showstopper online as part of that
गेम में एक पोजीशन ले लिया।
So a big tool comes online for Fnatic here. As he comes through, early here. Liquid gotta respect it for the time being. Cryptics and Scream forced all the way back into spawn. Scream actually faces Doma, is going to find him for his third.
एक गया, अब एक का तो ले गया वो।
अबे रिलोड नहीं करते क्या ये लोग?
नहीं करते, पूरा शर्म
नहीं करते भाई, नहीं करते भाई।
Yeah, you heard it.
So the timing's done, and I'm
back
pretty
off हो गया,
sure Cryptics is
उधर भी
very
save कर
well
लिया।
aware of that. So time to maybe back away. As is, look, we talk about post plants a great deal, and this was one of the first maps we really got to see the absolute strength of it. So don't be too surprised if you see that time and time again.
3-1 हो गया.
Again, a massive tool comes online. Getting that plant and Doma getting his showstopper online again, it creates another opportunity for Fnatic to pop that ultimate. You've got to respect that. You've got to back up, right? It runs the clock down the whole time. As soon as you hear that audio cue, Soulcast, unfortunately, I mean, I'm going to say good for the two there. Huge opportunity for him to find the one kill. Scream, unfortunately, to stay in. Overstaying is welcome, I'll say.
तुम मत बोलो, तुम फैंटम यूजर हो.
अबे फैंटम भी चलाते बंदे, देखिए फैंटम चला रहा है क्रिप्टिक.
क्योंकि वैंडल बड़ी इनएक्यूरेट होती है ना स्टार्टिंग में.
वैंडल का स्प्रे बहुत गंदा है और 5 गोली कम आती है.
कोई कुछ बोल नहीं रहा है, मुझे आवाज नहीं आ रही.
सब बोल रहे हैं यार.
तेरा माइक का वो ऑफ है शायद, स्पीकर का वो ऑफ है.
Call to action now. Gonna find one. That's gonna be a big pickup of Doma again. The value this man is finding away
into these sites.
The actual value of the kills are paramount so far. And now
you are young,
and again, you're left with Yampi, Soulcast, and a Link. Now, once again, the reminder: 2 judges in play here. Not going to be easy.
उसको पता है, डोमा को पता है. You are no shotgun लेके बैठा है. कैसे उससे बाहर वेट कर रहा है वो.
Gonna reset. He's got the orb on.
नहीं गया.
Orbital strikes up on both sides here, but no flank coming through. Means they need to be quick about this retake here. And Liquid just coming through. Link swings out, going to get dealt with by Doma. Magnum finds one as well. Yes, you could talk about the man advantage there, but no real pressure towards the backline. Allows Fnatic to get this really comfortable hold on site. No real pressure coming through.
भाई
स्क्रीन
ये लगे हुए हैं भाई, उनका प्लान है, खत्म करो.
The distance there to prevent the plant going down.
एंगल ही नहीं देख रहा वो.
It's a really unfortunate situation for them.
क्या ट्राई हार्ड कर रहे हैं भाई, जीतने दो ना लिक्विड वालों को.
Doma is seriously making a case for himself here as right next to Durka. Yeah, Durka's your flashy player on the jet occasionally, but Doma, he finds value for sure.
He's been solid as a rock for Fnatic throughout this event. And again, I gotta say it, you know, with all the attention Durka's getting, unsung hero in a lot of scenarios. He's the guy that's there to kind of bail him out. Actually, Mystic gonna find actually a screen. Gotta be careful. Doma's gonna close the distance once again.
We are going to be looking at Sheriffs though, so this round shouldn't be too much of a threat. So Fnatic going to keep this very clean. Great work for them again. Just going through all the correct motions, no mistakes being made, playing as this kind of damage would be lovely. He's going to have a little bit of a flank to maybe get building, but I don't think he's got much to really bring to it at this point. So again, this is... So here's the real take of this, right? Of the entire thing is that when you pick this map, you leave this available, and Fnatic are playing, you got to come with a plan. Otherwise, you're going to get walked through. Now, I don't know if we've seen enough from Liquid. I think the way these rounds have gone, it's been quite hard to see them finding that form just yet.
भाई वो तो obvious है, Sentinel versus Fnatic होगा.
But the rest has been a bit of a judge here. But this there, once we get into the real gun rounds in this,
ऋषभ तेरी आवाज ऐसी आ रही है जैसे पता नहीं दूसरे कमरे में बैठा हो.
see what they're planning here, because otherwise it's gonna be more of this. It's 5-1 already.
I mean, last time they did meet in the Challengers finals, I mean, it was a 13-7 scoreline.
पॉइंट पे यार इनका मेरे को हमेशा उल्टा ही रहता है. पॉइंट पे अपन डिफेंस निकालते हैं ना, पॉइंट पे इन लोग से अटैक निकलती है. डिफेंस में दिक्कत आती है.
It took a little while for Liquid to readjust and
जितने भी बाइंड हो रहे हैं ना उसमें अटैकिंग जो पहला ले रहा है वो निकाल देता है.
I mean, this was how they put themselves on the map, right? All the way back at first strike with this sort of composition and really led the way in terms of making it frustrating to play against. And that was ahead of the meta, you got to say, before it really.
कौन सी?
There were a couple of key changes.
Okay, this is got to be the switch up, right? And you bring up a very valid point. Now we do see a big push. Or at least a lot of attention drawn in towards Hook. I don't really know what happened to the ult here. Soulcast gonna wait patiently, does pull the trigger on the first. That's Doma now dead. You're looking for more though. Soulcast under pressure, he can't do it. Mystic finds one, Magnum finds Link. And yeah, time gets bought, but the site is theirs. Fnatic striding through this now. Scream
तू देख
predicting
एक
Yampy.
चीज नोटिस कर, हम लोग मोस्टली वाइपर गियर साइड पे करते हैं।
Ultimates are all there, but they need a couple of frags. They need to step in.
ये लोग रास्ता रोकते हैं वाइपर गिल्ड से।
I'm backing away with that if I'm him, because too much value is about to get thrown away. It's going to be 6-1. This
बहुत वैसी आ रही है।
huge work.
हाँ वही आ रही है इनसाइड द वाटर।
And I don't think anyone is
करेगा और वो वेंडल सेव करेगा।
And again, another scenario.
भाई इसलिए मुझे डिस्कॉर्ड पसंद नहीं है।
अबे सही आ रही है बात है यार।
It's so coordinated.
जब से तू बात
Yes,
कर रहा
they
है
lose
मेरे को
dome on the way in, but
अबे बहुत तगड़ी गन है भाई। टॉय वाली।
ये वाली देख रहा है।
ब्लास्टिक।
clears link out from backside.
ये इसके पास
वह बहुत सही है भाई ये।
He's actually trying to counter that play coming through. He's trying to bail Soulcast out ultimately with his own orbital strike. Do as much damage on the way in as possible, but
एक हो गया।
एक हो गया।
Really, really nice execution on to be that.
मुझे वाचिंग बुकिंग आई ऑफ
वो सही कैंप कर रहा था सोल का पता।
They've had
चला कवर ही नहीं उसको
even
मिला।
into this buy. I mean, it's just been so one-sided at this point.
ओ भाई ये क्या किल की भाई मिस्टेक ने?
वो फ्लैश था
Last time again, you could say it took them a while to get back in on their defense at least.
अल्टी उसी ने मारी थी ना ब्रिम ने।
comes through.
लिंक ने अल्टी मारी थी ना।
You don't want it to kind of slip away and then if
booster ने
you've
मारी
got
थी।
kind of an 8-round deficit.
नहीं लिंक।
नहीं बे लिंक की अल्टी तो है अभी। बूस्टर ने मारी थी रे।
It's difficult to
आवाज आ रही है?
आ रही है मेरे भाई आ रही है।
आ रही है भाई आ रही है।
रिप्लाई कौन करेगा?
अबे बोल तो रहे हैं।
भाई जब तेरी आवाज आ रही है हम रिप्लाई कर रहे हैं।
अबे आ रही है।
फिजिक्स कुछ और कर रहा है मेरे को लग रहा है।
वीडियो बना रहा होगा टिकटॉक बना रहा होगा।
It comes down to these rounds where,
हाँ।
and like I said, this event, right? How many times have we talked about Scream and Yampy, but Link, man, Link has bailed Liquid out of a lot of
लिक्विड के मैच में सेंटिनल सुप्रीमेसी चल रहा है इधर।
टैक्टिकल टाइम आउट ले लिया उन लोगों ने। नहीं जीत रहे भाई ये बिंड नहीं बाइंड नहीं जीत रहे।
I'd say Link was pretty clutch in the past. He was, you know,
मैं थर्ड मैप तक जाना चाहिए भाई। मैं 2-0 स्कोर हो जाता मजा नहीं आता।
मजा नहीं आता यार। वो पता है स्प्लिट देखने को ही नहीं मिल रहा जब से मैं देख रहा हूँ टूर्नामेंट।
भाई कल का सेंटिनल वाला हेवन वाला मैच मेरे को देखने में मजा भी नहीं आ रहा था।
एक तरफा मैच जा रहे थे।
वन साइड का हो गया था।
स्क्रीन को क्या हो गया? स्क्रीन को ये हो गया है कि स्क्रीन तेज खेल रहा है। वो दिक्कत कर रही है। तेज खेलना ही नहीं था उसको।
Take a little bit of a higher risk, but
स्क्रीन क्या खेलता है मोस्टली?
if they don't even have an idea of what we're doing now. So we'll have to wait and see how this goes down. Sliggy able to talk to the boys on Liquid to maybe try and talk through a couple of concepts, a couple of ideas, try and get that mentality in the right place.
ये कुछ नोटिस करे तो प्रैक्टिकल टाइम अप कर एक राउंड ले जाएंगे वो लोग।
Looks like Yampy might be going for an Aggie peek at least at the start.
गेम पलटेगा जब उनकी अटैकिंग साइड हो।
as well, so bit of an adjustment around that. Fnatic just come. I'm going to clear all this space on B long. Spot out Link as well, noting that he's got a bulldog, but
टावर से पुश हो रहा है देख अभी देख। वाइपर को किल मिल सकते हैं बहुत सारे।
मिस्टेक मारेगा।
हाय हाय।
क्रिप्टिक मारेगा क्रिप्टिक ये गया। ओ भाई वन
जंप लगा वो देख। इसको ड्रोन ने स्पॉट किया तो जंप को किल मिलेगा।
Guess he'll be somewhat okay with that.
भाई तो इनका ड्रोन कंट्रोल देख रहा है।
अबे टैग मार दिया उसने।
ये
गया एक
from showers push through just yet. Isolates one on shore. He readjusts position. One
एक और जाएगा एक और लेगा एक और गया।
अरे भाई
at his hand so far. They need a little more. The closer on this round misses it on towards Mystic, but Soulcast by his side. And Soulcast keeps the round.
बढ़िया भाई बढ़िया।
नहीं नहीं
as works at least there. With Yampy providing a couple of big ones, or just simply right place, right time. It seems to have worked.
भाई Yampy ले गया।
again, the Aaau drone comes through, and I think Magnum's so keen.
इसका क्रॉसर देखियो, इसका क्रॉसर देखियो। अब इसके पीओवी में बंदा दिख भी नहीं रहा। बता बता देख कैसे।
Second one again, just a relay of information from Soulcast. Yampy finds the second one.
अबे नहीं देखने से बात नहीं, उसके कुत्ते ने काटा ना उसे इसलिए उसने मारा उधर।
हाँ मतलब लेकिन दिख नहीं रहा था ना तो पता नहीं था ब्लाइंड नहीं मारा। मतलब इंफॉर्मेशन दी कॉम्स दिया बात सही है तेरी लेकिन तो भी
थोड़ा जल्दी शूट कर दिया इस बार इसने मिल जाता है करके।
एक और लेगा यहाँ से एक पिक और लेगा।
अरे हक दिया हक दिया।
जाओ जाओ घर जाओ घर जाओ
भाई focus towards trying to deal with Yampy pushing him back and back and back. They did
भाई जरा देख ले देख।
still a problem. So Yampy
मजा आ गया।
Liquid. This adjustment is sublime. And now
मजा आ गया भाई,
Booster,
कम बैक कर लो।
what can you do with this one?
बूस्टर की लोकेशन पता है ब्रो। अरे यार स्क्रीम मर गया।
Finally making a bit of a statement after
कोई ना
being
एक पे की तो
absolutely
गया।
just overwhelmed by Fnatic. This adjustment is good.
अभी तक
and
रिवाइव नहीं किया
Soulcats,
किसी को, ये
that
बंटी की तरह है ये
positioning
भी।
भाई स्क्रीम 2 किल पे है भाई, क्या चल रहा है ये?
अबे बोल तो रहा हूँ सेज है वो इसलिए।
Yeah, really well played, and again for Yappy to get out and I guess
ये
bait them in
Soulcast का
enough.
देख,
Like you
एक
said, they were so keen to close the distance on Yampy.
यहाँ से
ये वाइपर को अच्छा मारा है
A bit
इसने
lazy on the
जैम्पी ने।
push, I gotta say, and Soulcats absolutely punishes them for it.
टेक्निकल टाइम अब तक एक दो राउंड निकलते हैं, मैं इतना नोटिस किया है।
भाई देखते हैं कमबैक होता है कि नहीं।
It took 6
6
rounds
3 है
for
अभी।
Liquid to really get anything
3
strung
राउंड और है,
together
3
last
राउंड
time.
बराबर चलना चाहिए भाई, 6-6 होना चाहिए वेंचर।
Now they're gonna get 2 on the board. And
लिक्विड को प्रॉप चाहिए, वो इस राउंड हार गए तो अगले राउंड बाय कर पाएंगे। स्क्रीन को दिलाना पड़ेगा, वो अलग बात है।
control there. Again, the previous round, sort of,
अगर ये राउंड हारे ये लोग
two kind
मिस्टेक
of really nice
तो
baits
अगला
to
राउंड
put
भी
Yankee in
हारेंगे
a
क्योंकि
position
वो
where he goes
शेरिफ से
unchecked
खेलेंगे।
to find that opener.
वो
हार गए फैनेटिक वाले तो फिर अगला वीक हो जाएगा और अगला भी जीत जाएगी लिक्विड।
अगला वाला इको हो जाएगा ना, ये वाला हारे तो।
If you're kind of playing along at home,
5-6 हो
great
जाएगा।
success on the other side, and I think they're going to push Yampy right up there, maybe
ये
predicting
राउंड मेन है,
Fnatic
ये
moving
राउंड
back
अगर
into
हारे
what was working prior.
लिक्विड वाले तो
However, if
8-4 हो
भाई मैं
जाएगा।
तो वेट कर रहा हूँ वाइपर के अल्ट, मैं दोनों टीम के वाइपर के अल्ट का वेट कर रहा हूँ, मैं देखना है क्या करते हैं।
क्रिप्टिक की तो अल्ट अभी अभी गई थी, क्रिप्टिक की तो बाकी है।
between these two, it's just that
इसकी भी
game of
मिस्टेक की
chess.
भी तो एक ही है
Both trying to
पॉइंट भी।
counter each other's next step, both being
डायरेक्ट की आएगी
trapped,
अल्टी।
aware of it, and also put your point man in the right
Scream की
place. I
अल्टी
mean,
और
Yampy
Yampy की
has been a
अल्टी है।
game changer in a couple of these rounds. One, yeah, the judge round was one of the earlier ones they actually garnered, and now this op coming into play, the play with
तुम लोग ने कभी कैसा किया है पुश करने से पहले स्पाई एक जगह रख दिया हो?
नहीं
ना भाई, हम तो लेके चलते हैं,
लेके ही चलते हैं, गिर गया
पता
तो
चला
गिर गया।
स्पाइक हमारे स्पाइक
या
वापस
तो
उठाने से
स्पाइक
पहले
रीटेक करते हैं हम।
हमारे स्पाइक जोड़ने से पहले अपोनेंट को मिल जाए, फिर वो स्पाइक के पास ही आके बैठ जाए।
देखने को मिलता है, ये देखिए डैश मारा।
अबे भाई मिस कर दिया है।
क्या कर रहा है ये?
अबे
क्या मैं नहीं खेल रहा भाई, ये जैम्पी को मैं नहीं देख रहा।
ये ऑक्टेन को भी बाद में दिख रहा है क्या? तुम सबको बाद में दिख रहा है क्या? ये सब मेरे में हो चुका है ऑलरेडी।
अरे 1-2 सेकंड का होगा इशू यार, बाकी कुछ नहीं।
See Yampy's head all the way back.
अरे मैंने इसलिए बोला कि मैं वो डायरेक्ट का पूरा देख रहा था, उसने डैश मारा तो भी वो आगे लेके बैठा। मेरे को लगा वो
याम्पी ने बस मारा है, बल्कि तो हुआ है भाई।
See what Fnatic do with this, because Yampy's already hit that rotation towards A. He's a super versatile upper. He's going to be around the map constantly, but I wonder if there's a look to come back.
भाई उनको ड्रीम पर है ऑपरेटर, देख रहा है।
Unique.
और उसमें पे स्पाइक है।
Looks like that's slow.
अब वो प्लांट करेगा, सामने से कोई आ गया तो मैं क्विक स्कोप देगा उसे।
साफ सीधी स्काई ने इन्फॉर्मेशन दे दी, ए पे 3 जने हैं।
देख वहां
अगर टाइम वेस्ट कर लो, 30 सेकंड रुक जाओ बस।
वहां फुट देख के देख ए जा रहे हैं।
5 seconds they've shown so little.
काय का फ्लैश ही नहीं गया वैन पे।
नहीं जाएंगे मेरे ख्याल से, भी जाएंगे, टाइम नहीं है।
चल एक
भाई ने ड्रोन फ्लैश कर दिया, मजा
गया ऊपर, बूस्टर गया।
ऑपरेटर
Link playing deep enough, he's going to get that audio cue, so he pulls screen right.
अबे आओ,
अबे मारा भाई, जैम्पी ने मारा।
13 seconds left.
गए अभी प्लांट हो जाएगा।
हो गया, भी गया, हो गया।
ओ भाई,
अरे भाई क्या गंद।
Unbelievable. I thought he was dead to right, but Magnum just leaves him alive for a second. Soulcast said, "Don't worry about it, you've done your work."
अरे लिंक क्या कर रहा है?
Come in and do the rest of it, but how did he get 3 out of that?
तुमने वो देखा, लिंक ने लैपटॉप खोला सामने सामने।
अरे उसको लगा था उसका वन टैप से मर जाएगा बंदा।
3 out of that.
वो मस्त था जो लिंक ने लैपटॉप खोला ना।
अभी दिखा रहा है।
एक पे
Pull out smoke
दो
here for
पे
good measure.
तीन,
Why the
ओ
hell
भाई
not?
फ्लिक
That
देख रहा भाई
transfer to
उसके, भाई
Mystic was
गजब
so
भाई।
good. Really well played from him, and like I said, yes, Scream can drift away because
अगला राउंड
Link's
सेफ है
deep
भाई
enough
इनका।
to find that
अबे
audio
भाई ले रहे
cue
भाई ये
to pull him right back. And yeah, actually, Doma finds Scream first, and Link's the one that ends up.
बट तुम्हें इतना जल्दी कैसे दिख रहा है, मेरे को समझ में नहीं आ रहा।
Liquid will bring it within 2 rounds.
बंद करके उनका लिंक क्रैक्ड यार,
Fnatic a little
लिंक क्रैक्ड।
rattled, I gotta say, that previous one, yeah, trying to sell that late round fake, but
लिंक और एक स्क्रीन। जैम्पी भी
एक बार रिफ्रेश करें तो अपना हम ऑक्टेन से आगे चलेंगे।
we do here again. No early contact shown on the side.
ड्रोन इतना छोड़ आते हैं ना, मजा आता है देखते हैं।
कसम से भाई हमारा ड्रोन इधर उधर जाता है।
Don't give anything away in the early round with Yampi finding the kills he is. He can afford to sit back, wait for Fnatic to make a move.
Still info find there, but there's the pull towards the other side anyway, so Magnum's cleared through showers.
चलो एक बार तो चल गया।
ये मरेगा बहुत
सारी। That's going to be kind of thwarted. Tries to get the ball back prior, but there's the swing from Blink again. This man is finding value. iPad away for now, but Link
नहीं करेगा 30 HP बचा।
But Soulcast makes the trade work so well. Missing out does him still not blinded, but Cryptix is on the side. 27 seconds, and Mystic has to check on this one.
भाई क्या चल रहा है ये? अरे यार।
A little ahead of Yampi, who's a little bit deeper towards CT. Scream
tap to दे दिया।
towards Magnum, brings it to a 1v2. This would need some Yampi magic. Spike planted, Boaster and Mystic. Saying the ideal post-plant.
एक तो मरेगा इसके द्वारा जैम्पी मारेगा।
That's the headshot he needs. Second evades and Mystic clutching this out.
कोई नहीं उनकी इनको कैसे कैसे हो गया?
अगर उसके पास वहाँ फैंटम है वेंडर
छोड़ दी।
Fnatic will respond.
और इनको पढ़िए दूसरों का।
Scoreline 7-4 now. Really good for this clearance here.
हो गया भाई।
Again, I don't think Cryptix actually gave away any sound cue there.
अबे भाई
लास्ट राउंड है ना?
हाँ ये लास्ट राउंड है। वो जिगल पिक देख रहा तू उसका।
Problem being with the way the last few rounds have gone, Fnatic now in a position where they have lots at their disposal.
जीत गए ना ये राउंड। वो चार अल्टी है उनके पास।
This is when Fnatic are
अबे राउंड जीतने से मतलब नहीं है। मिस्टिक को छोड़ के सब मर भी गए थे, इतने सारे न्यू ने जीते थे।
अरे तो शुरू में 6 भी तो जीते वो लोग राउंड।
He's getting that orb as well. He's going to get an orbital strike of his own online.
राउंड विन का भी तो पैसा मिलता है।
छोड़ भाई छोड़।
अरे मैं समझ रहा हूँ मर गए थे लेकिन राउंड विन
अबे ले भाई ले हो गया। फनाटिक के हाथ में बस अकेला है भाई। लिंक अकेला है सी पे।
Maybe one note two. Let's see what he can do about it though. Going to try and do some damage off the back. I think there was a tag off it, but
सब वेट कर रहे हैं लोग जब तक अकेला लिंक के सी पे।
पूरा बी साइड खाली छोड़ दे।
इन्हें पता ही नहीं।
Here's the next ult from Link.
पूरा बी साइड खाली है।
टैग हुआ।
B guy.
Little premature actually on Hooker and Link the only man here on B. He's got to respect.
एक मरेगा C long से।
Yeah. Let's say take the TP, get out of
गया ult waste।
मत Durka. Caught sleeping almost there, but Link absolutely dominated him.
Yeah, you don't often get that on Durka, but Link's having a series, and that's going to be a now problem to be in the back of the minds, I'm sure. But now Liquid need to play this back in. 4 plays against them. Boaster still has ult, so that is going to be moving forward. Waiting for this one, early usage, wants to get them away from this for now. Keep the time building, catches Soulcast, Magnum in there, finding Scream, Link on the trade out, Cryptix now.
Trade हो गया।
Do with this one, Barrel shows, that's another body added. Time though, this is a post plot and that time is
मरेगा ये भी मरेगा।
from Liquid.
बस।
हो गया भाई।
On the defuse.
अरे यार पूरा रीटेक ले गया भाई लोग लिक्विड वाले।
अबे
but they closed the distance on Mystic as well. I'm not sure if he had the second snake bite there. I didn't actually
डेरेक यहाँ क्या कर रहा था मुझे
look
समझ नहीं
before,
आया।
but last round comes through and it's going to be 7
और बताओ। भाई वो अल्ट बचा है देखा कैसे?
हाँ समझ भाई वही तो मैं कह रहा हूँ रेस की अल्ट वेस्ट करी
बचा है वो कितना गंदा भाई।
In a great position to burst out Hooker and force him.
फिर यहाँ भी आ गया वापस।
अबे लिंक बहुत
I'm not sure, maybe reading into that there.
7-5 से फैनेटिक ले गई है। बता कौन जीतेगा पिस्टल राउंड?
पिस्टल राउंड इस बार मेरे को लग रहा है लिक्विड जीतेगी। पिछला फैनेटिक जीती थी ना।
मुझे भी लग रहा है।
अटैकर वाले
Orbital strike, showstopper and the seekers for Fnatic there in that previous round.
अबे लेकिन सिर्फ जंपी पे है शील्ड, बाकी किसी ने शील्ड ही नहीं खरीदी।
Close as you like. What a recovery from Liquid after
बाकी सबने एबिलिटी ली होगी
being
ना
kind of
यार।
downtrodden for the first half of that.
क्रीम ने देखो वॉल लिया है और हील लिया है। हील तो आता ही है। कुत्ता लिया है।
ऊपर के बैठा है।
Same scoreline as the challenges final. So
चुपचाप देख रहा है भाई वो।
expectations or anything here.
बूम बॉट छोड़ देना चाहिए, मजा आ जाएगा।
बैठ जा इधर ही बैठ जा।
Really, I mean, on the back of that round win in the last, carry that momentum across into the second half. You can see that leaning heavily.
बंदे लॉन्ग पे ही तो हैं सारे के सारे।
Actually, Cryptix.
ओ भाई टैग दिया।
Spotted out by Doma. A little bit of damage straight off, actually, down to 52 HP. But everybody else on Liquid stacked up for this hit.
समझ गया मैं क्रिप्टिक का भी समझ में आ गया.
What the plan is? What's the go up?
मैग्नम. अरे नहीं भाई मैग्नम नहीं.
अरे उसने डैश मारा भाई.
अभी
आ रहा सामने से खिला देख खिला.
अरे
नहीं यार.
Durka's so quick on it, but Scream
ले गया.
just sharp as anything. Starting to maybe warm up a little here. Is
तो
now
फुट्टी है क्या?
भाई वॉल बैंग देख रहा है. पिस्टल.
Spotted out there. That's 17 HP.
भाई तेरे से महंगे हेडफोन नहीं लिए होंगे ना उसने.
Actually, a Scream that finds the tag.
उठकता हुआ आ रहा था डर.
भाई जेएमपी के एक डैश से 2 बंदे मरे हैं.
In the second half, so good opportunity here to tie things up straight away.
भाई स्क्रीन क्या हो रहा है मैं नहीं मान रहा.
वो ये वाला डैश कंफ्यूज हुआ वो.
Unfortunately, just so much to deal with. Yampy just creating a load of space, dashing into that tower burst on site. Magnum got too many things to shoot. And straight away, finding these kills early.
भाई ग्रिम होना चाहिए था इस मैच में. मजा आ जाता सेज वॉल देख के.
Really good positions, and again, yeah, Durka finds a nice entry there onto Yampy to get back through, but he said it's Scream there to greet him the other side of the smoke.
ये वाला भाई ले लिया इन लोगों ने मार चुका है.
लगी जो मिस्टेक तो लगी.
Any damage would be great.
Yampy
Liquid want to keep this clean. Spike plants all the goodies.
बूस्टर जाएगा.
अबे क्या कर रहा है?
भाई मैग्नम को पुश क्यों करना है? डोमा मैग्नम को मेरे को समझ में नहीं आ रहा.
लॉल भाई ट्रोल हो गए. इसकी बॉल देख टीपी के थ्रू जा रही है.
4v2 है आराम से निकलेगा भाई. पूरा बी साइड खाली मिला है इनको. चलो ये भी गया.
तो लग रहा है भाई टीम लिक्विड जीती जाएगी.
There was something Mystic just left with a shorty and
4v1 है.
लग रहा है ये मैप ले जाएगी टीम लिक्विड.
मिस्टिक के पास शॉटी है.
In terms of damage control, they don't want Mystic to find anything else here. Obviously want to ride through these weapons into the next round.
बी पे प्लान कर रहा हूं.
Look at now, obviously next round going to be coming into it. Well, Liquid they're not going to have the blaze so many games. Think back to previous series and how quick
ए आ गए भाई ए आ गए.
मतलब ही नहीं है शॉट से कर ही नहीं सकता. 1v4
just misses the time in there.
ये वाइपर है.
चला गया भाई. तुम्हें इतनी लोग कैसे दिख रहा है?
चला गया भाई. वाइपर डिफ हो गया भाई.
अरे ठीक है कोई बात नहीं. ऋषभ
Liquid want to come through with a fast sight hit here.
इसके फिर डिफ है.
Online to really combine it. Like I said, for rounds like this, look towards Yampy getting that blade online, but gonna ride the ball
अब
through.
दोनों भाई मेन खिलाड़ी बॉटम प्लेयर कर रहे हैं.
Again, they can make a play for one of the orbs and
चल गया भाई.
maybe look for a kill or the plant.
चलो बाय हो गया ना. अब देखते हैं.
Along those lines, we have to wait and see.
अब गन राउंड देखेंगे.
जिन तेरा हार्ट है देख ले.
अभी भी लिक्विड जीतेंगे.
Yampy तो साली
अगर ये लिक्विड जीत जाए ना फिर तो शरीफ पर ही आएंगे. फैनेटिक वाले फिर तो शरीफ पर ही आएंगे पक्का.
ये जीती ना अगर लिक्विड तो टैक्टिकल टाइम आउट लेना चाहिए इन लोग.
नहीं जीतेगी लिक्विड.
भाई काय को पुश कर रहा है मिस्टिक वहां से जबरन.
वो वहां से अगर कभी से आए ना वो लोग फैनेटिक वाले तो एक बंदा तो ले जाएगा.
डोमा के पास मिनिमाइज किन है.
So try to just get the sound cue off that at least.
अबे मैंने कल देखा था कोई डिफॉल्ट पिन पे भी खेल रहा था.
डिफॉल्ट पिन पे वो कोरियन वाले खेल रहे थे. न्यू वाले.
Just reading into like I said whether it be Link or Soulcast making a play for it.
नहीं
वो the double swing is good.
मेरे को लगा वो ले गया.
और भाई
कितनी तो कमी.
अब उसको लगा कि फ्लैश होने वाला है वो इसलिए पहली चीज से डर गया वो.
भाई ये स्काई के फेक फ्लैश ना बहुत काम आ जाते हैं. वो तूने देखा स्काई ने फ्लैश कहां से भेजा?
हां मस्त था भाई मस्त.
तूने वो देखा उसने ब्रिम का वो ये डर्क ने ये जो स्मोक है उसके हेल्थ से उसके आइस को हटाया.
Will lose his life eventually for it.
The slow burn
from Boaster does come in. And now Scream Cryptics and
Link हो गया भाई. डिफेंड करना है अब.
प्लांट करने वाला बंदा मर गया उसकी मॉली से.
5v3 है.
You will just keep that safe in towards lamps for now.
Bolt भाई.
Cryptics is set up with the post
Oh भाई Link एक ले गया. Oh Scream एक ले gaya.
Scream gonna come through find a kill as well. It's a 3v3 right now. Durka low HP actually gonna swing finds the headshot but Link and Cryptics still up.
अबे लैम्स में इसको पता नहीं है।
पता है उसने मौली की थी।
But now the timing's everything. Mystics just fine. The spike's going to be diffused and Fnatic pull it away.
Closer again, you can see.
कहा था मैंने Fnatic जीतेगी।
Play that very aggressively. He's just trying to run the clock down. Unfortunately.
तो पता है सेकंड वाला भी Fnatic जीतती भाई।
It was invested elsewhere, but
retake at fourth plant सही गया।
भाई वो मिस्टिक और डोमा ने जो पुश किया ना गंदा सा।
ओ भाई सीधा सर पे दिया उसने।
Again, that's Liquid read into.
मारा
Fnatic reading into.
भाई स्काई वाली किल बेस्ट थी।
Try and get a couple of ultimates online. Get something going.
अरे बूस्टर।
Feels himself with that one. The first round win of this half and.
फेल हो गया भाई।
भाई बूस्टर है ना खड़ा होकर दूसरी टीम को चिल्लाता है, वहाँ से मैंने देखा है, इसलिए मुझे Fnatic बहुत बुरी लगती है।
बूस्टर मस्त बंदा है भाई।
भाई जीत रहे हो, अबे चल जीत रहे हो तो जीतो भाई, दूसरी टीम को डिसरिस्पेक्ट क्यों कर रहे हो तुम? वहाँ पे वो भी इतनी मेहनत से पहुंचे। गया तो आ गया जैसे पीक ले ली तो आ गया।
Soulcast trying to work on forward, a little bit of a delay, but the volley going to come
Oh,
down.
Link, yeah,
Focuses
Spike down
towards Lambs, does claim Link for it, but Scream's gone and found Mystic in the meantime. Looks like it's time to back away, allow the spike to potentially
हो गया push हो गया Lambs।
on the retake now.
Yeah, Dirk are going to reset for the Hunter's Fury as well. You can see the pings coming down on default.
ओ भाई नहीं रे।
लगी भाई।
अब सोवा की अल्ट करेगा शायद।
हाँ
ये पता था मेरे को।
अबे डैमेज कितना दिया था? 70। वो हील हो गई, स्क्रीन तो हील हो गया।
कम हो गया यार।
डोमा का क्या तो पोजीशन था भाई।
अरे स्पाइक गिर गया।
Fnatic played that so well, keeping composed even with that side take coming in, leaving Doma to catch that maybe vulnerability, that one opportunity to hit that rotation.
30 seconds
Beautiful work. Now Cryptics and Soulcast. I don't
दोनों
know how you
साथ
get
में
back
यार।
into this. There's a double stack, almost triple stack to Atuka, let alone
डोमा लेगा किल, डोमा किल लेगा कितना।
around, just making sure that no other threats could come back towards A.
लॉन्ग जा रहे हैं लेकिन ये लोग ऐसे तो।
Econ going to come out. 14 seconds left here. I think Cryptics and Soulcast just in a position where they have to.
मत दो भाई पीक।
वो नेड फेंकेगा पहले।
गन सेव कर लो, पीक मत दो भाई। निकल लो, गन सेव कर लो भाई।
He's not idle elsewhere. He's so active and actually positionally, he's got opportunity to full on flank market.
सोच इस समय कोई B-long push कर जाए।
As soon as Dirk resets towards that Hunter's Fury, and again,
जीत गया। बढ़िया भाई Fnatic बढ़िया।
From the defensive spawn, you're absolutely right. It's going to force one player to, consider taking that TP, right? Doma's positioned perfectly to greet it, and it actually ends up being Scream with the spike. That's the perfect kill to find in that scenario, but finished. Absolutely love that left here. Again, Boaster finding that kill and dipping out as well, playing his life, coming all the way back into the spawn to make that the plan, and they stick to it. It's executed perfectly.
And the switch up on tempo. Look at the pace change from Fnatic.
wall bang
Boaster taking
मार
a big fight towards long, claiming 2. This is against Rifles.
दो को ले गया।
मजा आ गया भाई बूस्टर की 2 किल देख के।
The other prong of this piece, but now they're going to have to fall away
अकेले ही
from
दो
this,
ले
maybe
गया
look
भाई।
towards
5v3 कर
leaning
दिया
A
उसने।
if any sort of
रोटेट
map
कर रहे हैं
control
वो।
could be garnered.
और हुक्का की भी इन्फॉर्मेशन निकल गई ब्लाइंड से।
Lost out on so much from such a quick piece.
अब उनको पता चल गया और रोटेट मारेंगे।
I think well, at least financially, this is a tough round for.
भाई पूरा स्टार्ट हुए 16 राउंड हो गए। 16 राउंड हो गए। स्क्रीन में अभी तक रिवाइव नहीं किया किसी को। जेट से मांगना पड़ेगा शायद रिवाइव।
अरे यार।
Push through here and I get spotted out early on. Actually, yeah, it will.
मरेगा मिस्टेक।
Gonna reveal their location. The orbital strike invested. Link is all but dead now.
अब तो चल गया भाई। वो कुत्ता बहुत काम कर रहा है। अरे बढ़िया भाई।
Shut that one down. And again, in a round like that, I think financially it's a very tricky round for Liquid. So I'm absolutely fine with you.
बूस्टर अटैकिंग में भी सही मार रहा था भाई।
Just to get that one on the board.
और एक बॉल बैंग देगा। ये
aggression in the early round, a triple swing on B.
हाँ, बॉल बैंग दूसरा दिया।
In the past, I mean, Scream and Yampi like to take that long control. They'll kind of go for that while the rest hold default. You note it in the first couple of rounds. And just
भाई लेकिन वो सोलकास्ट ने सोवा को सही मारा।
अब वो टीपी जाते जाते मार दिया
उसको। These two are taking so much note of each other. They're so hyper aware of how each other play.
टीपी में घुस
They
जाओ
are
वही
in
मर
each
गया।
other's heads constantly. This is a
Spike
very
रह गया
well
बस।
considered game. Now Liquid going to go for the tactical timeout this time
Tactical
around
timeout
here.
हो गया ऋषभ
Probably
भाई
the right time
लिक्विड
to
का।
be doing so. They could fashion a bit
अगला
of a
मैप
weird
बस अब फिर 2 मैच जीतेंगे।
but then 2.1 on Scream. Yampy's fine.
Jixi है भी.
A little lighter, but we'll have to see what they go for in this regard. Whereas, of course, now look on the other side. Durka sitting with the op.
तू बड़े उससे मैच देख रहा भाई, हम भी तो देख रहे हैं.
I mean, maybe not as
देखो ना, सब देखो बकचोदी क्यों फैल रहा है.
The weapon's scary nonetheless.
ये क्रेडिट देख रहा है तू उसके.
Yeah, looking at it again, ultimate wise. Yeah, they got the blade storm potentially.
उन्होंने बाय लेके रखा है तो क्रेडिट मिस्टेक लोग है. ये
फैनेटिक दो ही लोगों ने तो बाय किया है, वो एक शेरिफ ने दिया, जर्सी ने.
मतलब टीम क्रेडिट 9000
पहले
7000 है टीम क्रेडिट. उनके टीम क्रेडिट देख
जाएगी टीम लिक्विड, ये भी राउंड जाएगी. 11-7 हो जाएगा.
1 लाख 2 लाख टीम क्रेडिट. दो लोगों ने
पहले स्क्रीम ने वैंडल बाय की थी, सोलकास्ट ने शेरिफ, उल्टा कर दिया दोनों ने.
2 लाख नहीं हो, 24,400 है.
अरे नहीं, टीम क्रेडिट, लोड आउट वैल्यू नहीं, टीम क्रेडिट बोल रहा हूँ.
2 rifles, ult for Yampy. So not coming in.
वो भी 19,900 है, 2 लाख ही है.
Vulnerable, but
हाँ वही
certainly outgunned pound for pound with what's coming on the other
इनके
side.
पास टीम क्रेडिट देखना 8000.
ठीक है भाई, ऑक्टेन तुम
27 साल के अंकल है.
And there we go, hearing Yampy straight towards the knives coming out. Fnatic still have early control over on long. 3 players again going for this, and I want to see
कितना लगता है जंप पे कितने किल लेगा.
fight for the extra वो भी
एमपी के पास है क्या गन? नहीं, एमपी के पास तो क्लासिक है बे, एमपी नहीं ले रहा किल.
अबे जैम्पी अल्ट पे है.
अल्ट पे है ना, जेट की अल्ट
पे है.
भाई क्या मैच देख रहा है
किसी को? अरे थ्रो जाएगा ये पूरा. मैं थ्रो मानूंगा, भाड़ में जाओ. मैं थ्रो मानूंगा भाई, स्ट्रीम ने किसी को रिवाइव नहीं किया तो.
Allowing a couple of those things to happen. Yampy take control, Solkas retrieving that orb, and you can see now the plan is going to be to end up.
वैसे करेंगे नहीं भाई, इसे इको राउंड में कोई रिवाइव करता नहीं है ऐसे.
हाँ वेस्ट नहीं करेगा अल्ट. वैसे अल्ट उसने यूज करी भी नहीं है, सही बोला है.
हाँ गन है नहीं, रिवाइव करके करेगा क्या?
उन्होंने कहा है तो रिवाइव करता है, मतलब ट्रेड ले लिया तो जिसका ट्रेड लिया उसकी गन आ जाएगी ना.
अल्टी निकाली इसने.
Seekers on the other side going to come back right around though. Yampy needs this and he's not found the first.
नहीं होता, हर कोई टेंशन नहीं होता.
Doma and Boaster out of nowhere just
जानता था भाई.
the line of defense that Fnatic just forge. As soon as Liquid tried to make that play forward, Yampy found no success with it. The gap couldn't be closed. The smokes go up and Boaster has this perfect wall with his firing squad by his side. Durka just to seal the deal on this. And Fnatic's rotations were perfect. Yeah,
भाई जैम्पी बहुत गंदा खेला भाई. छी भाई.
But it worked so well to buy time for those rotations.
I think it's on the back of the boombot obviously gets shot at by more than one person. So right there you've got the information right that there's 2 at least coming through the split. Potentially, if there's some contact coming through along, so I'm actually with you. It kills enough time. Like I said, it's a crucial 3 to 5 seconds to get that rotation going and get bodies towards B side.
भाई डोमा ने तो अलग ही मारा है.
Even, it allows time for Boaster to at least close the distance and get those smokes off into hookup.
डोमा की अल्ट है.
A little bit of a set piece coming on to B here, and it looks very quick.
सब ऋषभ नहीं होते भाई.
This is revenge of the finest kind. Boaster.
देख अल्ट करी उसने.
But we are still with 2 players alive for Liquid. It's not over just yet, but it's Cryptic.
भाई क्या कर रहा है डोमा?
Already beaten and bruised the walking wounded, but Cryptic carries on.
भाई बूस्टर कर क्या रहा है, मेरे को समझ में नहीं आ रहा.
Try and make this as safe as he can. Investing that now, Spike can be planted somewhat uncontested.
ये राउंड निकल जाएगा टीम लिक्विड.
लाइन पे रोज है, जैसे बूमबॉट भी है वो भी है.
Cryptic's now in a position where they find themselves in a 2v2. A good hold initially. Noma just off with that spray, but Boombot as well going to go through and hunt out. The Viper's bit actually going to reveal.
हो गया भाई, हो गया खत्म. ओ भाई फ्लिक देख लो भाई.
There is a reason this map is avoided. There is a reason you do not let Fnatic come here.
अबे ये क्या किया डोमा ने? इतने प्रो बंदे ऐसी हरकतें कर रहे हैं. बहुत गंदा मारा भाई उसने. तू वो सब छोड़, पता है तू वो
little scout inside that ultimate, and Mystic actually immediately finds the kill on the back of it.
भाई ये बोस्टर भाई ट्रिगर कर रहा है भाई, बुली कर रहा है.
Light armors,
मजा आ रहा है भाई देख के.
orbital strike, revive available, but nothing else. Mystic gonna right off the rip pop the Viper's
उनको बनाए हुए भाई.
अब देख देख अल्ट देख. हाँ ये देख इनने
still alive in between them. He's got a little bit of room, but it's gonna be the players behind him dying. Scream's now gone, but Yampi finally gets that trade that
Scream को देख कहाँ चढ़ा हुआ है.
But Mystic goes hunting. That's a response from Mystic, and it's a big one at that. He's still looking for more. There's a player on either side. He's kind of sandwiched in, but what a nuisance.
वो spike मिल गया उसे.
That spike, he's going to hold it in his hands. Wait for the support. Time invested. Doma tries to clear. But there's still a player lingering around, and it is Cryptix.
ऊपर आया उसने देखा.
Orbital strike invested now. Magnum are going to find a kill elsewhere. Just down to 2. Yampi and Cryptix now. Cryptix outside this ultimate. They will actually find Mystic. That's a huge kill here. It brings it to a 2v2.
Yampi being able to gather back up with his buddy.
This
is actually pretty massive. Now the spike can be garnered, but this positioning.
भाई अगर ये हारे ना तो throw हुआ है.
I don't know how aware of it they are at this point and what they do with this. You can see them split the sides.
हाँ, Fnatic से throw हो गया.
He's on the other side of the map right now. He can take that TP. Cryptix though.
लोग को लेट नहीं करना चाहिए
Cognizant of the chances
बढ़िया
are
snake
towards
bite.
it. Yeah, Magnum now
बहुत सही
checked
snake
on
bite
the
फेंका
all the
भाई.
way. 2 flashes left. Map 1 on the line for this.
देखिए जल्दबाजी नहीं कर रहा मैग्नम. देखा आराम से खेलेगा. एक पिक लेगा.
फ्लैश है भाई उसके पास, वो करेगा वो फ्लैश.
एक पिक लेगा या लेफ्ट वाला पिक लेगा.
Now he's checking on the close corner. Yampi says no. It's on Bose to try and do anything with this. Time is going to be against him, and it's
मेरे को लग रहा है आ जाएगा ऑप्शन को हार्ट अटैक. धप्पा धप्पा. भाई खत्म हो सकता है अभी. मैं कह रहा हूँ गिव अप कर देना चाहिए.
भाई मेरी स्ट्रीम रुक गई भाई.
Crossfire from Yampi and Cryptix. Clock ticking away. We'll try and find one, but Yampi good for his third on the round, and again with how that started off. Yeah, it's on the back of Yampi just walking out, closing the distance towards Lampstead. Gets all the way back behind Truck actually. Finds a kill.
भाई कितना अच्छा राउंड निकाल दिया था यार मिस्टेक ने.
Off the rip, popping the Viper's Spear. Almost not respecting it at all.
But this is a man I want to put it to.
और नहीं तो क्या यार.
Calm here, waiting for the join back up from Yampi. And didn't overextend, didn't feel as though he had to go early. Played the time so well.
अभी वो डोमा गलत मरा, पता है उसको कवर पूरा चला गया मिस्टेक का.
That was about to be a round done for because of Mystic's ult, right? Like, that was a huge bit of impact. Denied, dissuaded, and now we go back in. 12-8. Buy back in for Liquid. They still got the rifles out. Good purchase. A bit of light armor here and there, but
So push मार रहा वहाँ से right से.
now Yampi's progress beginning towards long again.
Yeah, we always have this discussion though that Liquid are, if they are going to fight their way back into this, they need to be clean rounds. And again, with the buffer Fnatic's built up here on the economy, they've still got a very comfortable purchase on the other side, so they can play the numbers game, they can play the trades. Magnum actually spotted just off default here, and a big trade off a utility.
Doma's gone unchecked. There we go.
अबे डोम ये लैग हुआ क्या सोलकास्ट?
This is a really well constructed side take. That was just.
तूने देखा सोलकास्ट ने क्या किया?
It was very, very slow and methodical, and as soon as the hit comes through, Magnum gets isolated, and the clearance is just fantastic. And, I mean, I asked for it. That's about as clean as you could ask for. The Prime Gaming flawless coming out from Team Liquid here. Put them on 9 rounds and 3-round deficit now. They try and claw their way back into this map 1. That jump spot was massive.
One enemy remaining. Great from him, and I'm glad to see Soulcast having a couple of rounds here. His value is certainly showing again. As we go back in 12-9, the money is starting to wane a little.
5v5 था एकदम से क्या हुआ किसी को समझ में नहीं आया.
Down to about 1.1 off the purchase, and on the other side starting to build a bank, but you know they just got to stay on those clean takes. You can't let too many threats build against you with obviously map point on your side.
They have just spoken himself off to give him an opportunity if Magnum does flash out and they swing. Nice little play there. Magnum just kind of baiting out. Again, an information flash sent out. Magnum just looking for the audio cue on that one. Same as this one, actually.
Did he get it on that?
I think he did. He did, unless Yampi was able to play close enough to the left side.
On the wall, so
yeah.
He knows they're there. But for now, it was a minute's worth of a default hold. Slow build back in towards kind of Puka.
किसी के घर के बाहर announcement
Scream, Yampi, nothing to deny it either. There is nothing up for Fnatic right now. This is just the guns at the side and whatever they've got left. There go the Seekers. You can see the utility wave trying to maybe slow down one side of this hit. Yampi's going to lean further ahead. He's on his own though. He's on an island. Magnum's just going to send him packing and already link up on top though. Makes up for a great pick up and a good trade for Magnum again. still being an Houston, still holding presence, puts out the Seekers, will lose life, but it's a 3v3 now. 27
भाई
seconds.
जेएमपी जो मारा हंसी आ रही है देख
Still in the hands of Cryptics, over towards Hookah.
Doma नीचे बैठा भाई.
Kind of stuck there. He's the there's 2-1 split. He's the solo player. Doma gets himself into a disgusting position. Can't find the first scream.
भाई डोमा मजे ले रहा है.
10 seconds now, they've got to get a move on, but they're trying to do everything possible, and Liquid might have just held this together unless Boaster is going to dig him out. Oh, that's going to be a freebie on the way. Fight Scream, no way. And now the 1v2 begins.
10 seconds बाकी हैं.
Waiting, it's Soulcast drags him to his grave, and Liquid make it to double digits now.
I think Fnatic now in an odd position as well. They had one round in hand in terms of the economy. I'm not sure if it'll be a full purchase, but that there, it's got to be considered the do or die round for Liquid. Scream just does so well to hold position there. 30 HP as well, just waits for the peak, anticipating it from Durka to protect that revive coming through.
पूरे मैच में पहली अल्टी क्या?
I gotta say, one of the most impactful ultimates at the disposal of Liquid, which is the Seekers, time and time again. We see these fast hits come off the back of these just preemptive kind of information play. I love it. Again, they pop it from so deep as well. It's to kind of figure out exactly, what side is clear, whether or not anything close in garden or anything like that. But every time they literally pinpoint a kill.
मैं पहले से 720 पे देख रहा हूँ.
And at 12 to 10. It's timeout time for Fnatic. It's been 3 on the trot now. You're going to see them have to dig maybe a little deeper in the playbook if they want to be able to deal with this. And this hasn't just been the Scream show. This hasn't just been Yampy.
अगला मैप कौन सा है?
Average performance. You know, Yampy and Scream are always
Accent है क्या अगला मैप?
but I'm looking at Soulcast, I'm looking at Link, Cryptics. These guys have been doing work for them here. They are filling that void now. What do they do going further ahead? 2 more rounds.
Accent बोल रहा हूँ ना. Accent
भाई तुम 27 साल के हो.
I was talking about. You can see actually even the cracks in the economy starting to show. Light armor.
भाई Accent defending side map है पूरा.
Again. It's not comfortable after this.
Accent
Obviously,
defending में भाई bind defending.
Scenario that Fnatic save in the next anyway, but
Accent में तुम प्लांट कर करके कहाँ छुप जाओ? बताइए ये साइड पे कहाँ छुप जाओगे? जहाँ से बंदे आएंगे हर जगह से मार दोगे तुम उन्हें.
Oh, I love this switch up. They've conditioned them to be so worried about that B side, but just on these rotations, pulling out one player from position. I think that's going to be Mystic, who's going to be staying out. Soul's going to get back.
मेरे को ऐसा क्यों लग रहा है?
एक जगह वाइपर की बॉल करके जेट को डैश कराओ.
Left, right, center. He's still amongst it all. He's trying to not make too much noise. He's trying to keep his head down. In the end, the smoke's yet to dissipate. Spike's now planted. Peekaboo says hello. Scream takes his life. You don't get to have this sort of fun as Liquid lock it down, finding the 2 players who are kind of dedicated to his side. Scream gets wounded away from last. Boast is still pretty far away. He may find Soulcast, but Link goes down. Dome has found the first step.
It's a showstopper as well. He could pop that online. I don't think he knows somebody's close here. Boaster, crucial kill here for Soulcast, and actually going to bring it to a 3v3.
वो स्ट्रीम की गलती हो रही है.
Okay, suddenly this is getting.
नहीं ये जिक्सी का माइक है. ये जिक्सी का माइक है.
How is this happening? Gonna try and just lob down the last piece of utility. It doesn't quite make it.
जिक्सी
It's
का
all
पे.
That's it. Close it out in that round.
No way.
भाई ये
I can't believe that's
गेम का लास्ट हम सबसे बेस्ट था.
For Liquid early on there, Doma finds a massive kill in Lamps, and then like I said, the showstopper.
हो गया भाई, मजा आ गया.
As soon as he finds that kill on Soulcast, and that's the sort of play we talk about, right? This is a crucial round here.
ओ जिक्सी पहले तो अपना माइक ठीक कर. तेरे माइक से गिन के वो स्ट्रीम की वॉल्यूम आ रही है.
You know, the Viper and the Brimstone utility to close that round out. So Boaster going through there and find that kill. It's Soulcast ultimately, but again, I love that little adjustment, and what a fantastic way for them to close out. Doma man again, massive value.
आओ जब तक स्क्रिबल खेलते ना, जब तक नेक्स्ट मैच चालू होगा.
And look, Fnatic got the win, but
पागल है क्रोम.
Which is a rare accolade, especially with teams facing off against Fnatic on this map. There's a reason.
बढ़िया आदमी.
Doma I'm
link
becoming
भेज रहा रो.
such a fan of this player, and this play back in. Boaster felt like he was on an island, but Doma carved his way forward. Unreal work between the boys there, and that last bit of utility, that desperate grab at the end, you know, it was a valiant attempt, but it wasn't quite enough. And now Ascent's on the horizon. I don't know where this goes now. This was probably one of Fnatic's strongholds when you think about it, you know, in their past, in their results, but I don't know if Ascent looked good in this tournament, I guess, for them so far. So where do we see this shaking down?
I mean, expectations-wise, yes, I was expecting this to go the way it has done, but I mean, the way that Liquid played, like I said, this was way more confident.
भाई भेज तो लिंक जनरल चैट में देखना डिस्कॉर्ड पे.
हाँ मिल गई भाई, खोल लिया मैंने तो, ऐसे ही खोल लिया भाई.
हाँ ना भाई,
क्या हो गया?
क्रिएट या प्राइवेट रूम या
जनरल चैट पे लिंक है स्क्रिबल की, आ जा. अबे मेरी लिंक पे क्लिक कर जो मैंने जनरल चैट में भेजी है.
आ गया, मैं आ गया.
प्ले करूं नाम लिख के?
हाँ प्ले कर नाम लिख के. राहुल आ गया. ऋषभ अब ज्वाइन करना सिखाऊं क्या? 10 राउंड का कर रहा हूँ ना. ड्रॉ टाइम कितना रखूं? 50 सेकंड?
नहीं ठीक है 80
सेकंड रख ले.
ना 1 मिनट बहुत है भाई, 1 मिनट बहुत है ड्रॉ करने के लिए.
हाँ चल ठीक है.
चलो भाई, ऋषभ चूज कर रहा है.
मूछ.
अबे लिखना होता है भाई.
ये देखो
टाइप करना पड़ता है भाई, मस्त ऐसे लगता है.
बोलना नहीं होता जिक्सी.
अबे यार और क्या है भाई?
नहीं आ रही शायद.
अबे जिक्सी टाइप करना यार.
जिक्सी को नहीं आ रही स्पेलिंग. अच्छा
बोले चू. अरे यार MO लिख दिया मैंने यार, हट यार.
नहीं आ किसी को.
माउस टेस्ट लिख दिया. क्या ड्रॉ कर रहा है भाई? अबे जिन भाई अबे भाई
मेरी तरह खेलो, मेरी तरह, ठीक है? किसी को आता है नहीं साले. ये देख क्या बना रहा. अरे आगे.
अबे जिन भाई क्या कर रहे हो?
कॉमर्स वालों को कैसे पता है?
माइक पुश टू टॉक पे कर रखा है ये चूतिया ने. अबे ये तो नॉर्मल सबको पता रहता है भाई. जिन इज चूजिंग द वर्ड.
अबे पागल आदमी, वॉइस एक्टिविटी पे कर रहा था लेकिन तुम वही कर रहे जा रहे हो. अरे ये देखो वर्ड, इजी वर्ड भाई. रुको देखो, ये ऐसा है. गंदी सी ड्राइंग बन गई, रुक जाओ.
अरे चूतिए.
गुड नाइट भैया को बोल दो गुड नाइट.
अबे पागल आदमी
क्या बना रहा है ये
भाई? अभी ऐसा ही होता, तुम कर लो.
तबला है.
तबला नहीं है. चोमू देख, इसमें ढक्कन भी होता है भाई.
क्या
ये शिप्स में रहता है, शिप्स में रखा रहता है स्टोर करने के लिए. अब क्या बोलूं मैं?
क्या बनाया
ये लेफ्ट हो गया.
क्या पता क्या बना है.
ये लेफ्ट हो गया.
अबे ऋषभ ने लेफ्ट कर दिया.
इसे बोला ये मारना चूतिया. लेफ्ट हो गया भाई. क्या बना रहा है
भाई? कुछ भी नहीं बना रहा. नहीं
डिसलाइक
व्हाट्सएप पे भेज
भाई ऋषभ तुझे पता रहना चाहिए ये शिप में स्टोरेज के काम आता है।
बैरल क्या चूतिया है भाई तू।
अरे यार मैं क्या लेफ्ट हो गया, मैं बेकार पागल हो गया।
अबे ऋषभ को बोला जल्दी।
अबे ऋषभ को दोबारा चालू करना पड़ेगा।
हाँ तो दोबारा चालू कर।
रुक जा फिर
भाई कोई ऐड आ रहा है इसमें, लड़की गाना गा रही है।
मैं बाहर कैसे निकलूं भाई।
अबे बैक कर दे
आ गया
मैं दोबारा लिंक भेजूंगा।
आ
गया।
कौन आ गया? वाह मैं किक हो गया फिर।
तू भी आ सकता होगा ना, वो आ गया तो।
आ रहा हूँ भाई।
स्टार्ट कर सकते हो, हमको व्हाट्सएप पे भेजो इस बार लिंक।
आ गया भाई, डरते हैं क्या?
क्या बना रहा है
भाई ऑक्टेन भाई,
क्या
मैं
चल रहा
सबसे
है?
नीचे हो गया।
क्या कर रहे हो?
क्या कर रहा है ये? मुझे
कुछ नहीं, आओ स्पाइक रश चलो।
चल बे।
कौन बना रहा है ये?
मुझे क्या पता, जिक्सी बना रहा है। क्या है क्या
है ये?
क्या चूतिया स्पीकर भाई।
भाई ये क्या है? क्या है भाई? ओपी ड्राइंग्स बाय जिक्सी भाई।
भाई क्या वर्ड दिया भाई इन लोगों ने।
पहले सर्च मार ले मीनिंग।
रुक जा
सर्च मार रहा है। ओ भाई पेन देख लो इसका कितना मोटा है।
रुक
क्या ये?
रुक जा बता रहा हूँ।
बता रहा है भाई, बता रहा है। अबे क्या क्या है?
गलत हो गया। रुक जा इसका वही पेन।
अबे क्या बना रहा है भाई?
रुक जा नहीं। अबे कैसे यार, रुक जा।
टेबल नीचे लिखता है टेबल।
रुक जा
भाई 60 सेकंड है बस भाई।
हाँ रुकना।
क्या है? क्या चल रहा है ये?
समझ में आया क्या है ये?
नहीं आ रहा कुछ समझ। ओ भाई नहीं सुन, मैं ना रोड पे पी लिख देता ना तो भी मैं तुम सब बन जाते, पार्किंग है वो।
ओ भाई
भाई देखो इजी ड्राइंग आसानी से समझोगे।
फिर लेफ्ट हो गया चूतिया भाई।
इजी।
क्या चूतिया है?
अबे फिर चला गया ये। जोड़ दी।
4 वर्ड का
ये क्या है बताओ?
लिप्स।
अबे बोलते थोड़ी ना है भाई।
ऐसे नहीं बोलते क्या? सॉरी, इसको फिर से बोला भाई। ये चूतिया।
अब ये सब डिस्कॉर्ड से भी गया।
डिक्सी बना भाई।
स्पाइक रश खेलने गया भाई, आ गया डिस्कॉर्ड पे भी आ गया। क्या है ये?
क्या हो रहा है?
नहीं भाई मैं नहीं खेल।
अबे खेलना मजा आ रहा है भाई।
अबे क्या हो रहा है ये देखो।
तुम कुछ अंड का संड बना दे रहे हो
भाई। सही बन रही है भाई। ये क्या
साइंस जिसने केमिस्ट्री ली वो समझ जाएगा।
क्या हो रहा है?
बर्न है क्या?
क्या बनाया मैं बताता हूँ, हिंट दो।
अबे अपन केमिस्ट्री लैब में जब रिएक्शन
रुक मैं स्क्रीन शेयर कर रहा रुक।
देख सही है मेरा। ओ भाई मैंने क्या तो गैस मारा।
अरे गवार हो तुम सब।
फिर से बना रहा बेचारा वो तुम्हारे लिए।
पानी हो रहा है ये देख। क्या हो रहा है ये? पानी
अब हो गया ना। अबे
55 मिनट।
नहीं हुआ
अबे ऋषभ आ ना।
मेरे को यार ये कैसे वर्ड
नहीं भाई
यार।
मैं तेरे लिए स्क्रीन शेयर कर रखा है।
अच्छा ऐसे रुक आता हूँ।
ये चूतिया है क्या बे तू?
कौन?
हाँ
कौन बना रहा है? राहुल।
हाँ मैं बना रहा हूँ।
क्या बना
रहा है? हो रही है स्क्रीन शेयर। अच्छा ये रहा जॉइंट स्क्रीन।
ओ भाई ओपी ड्राइंग भाई, मैं कभी ना बना
पाया। भाई कान है
भाई मैंने कहाँ लिखा एग लिख रहा है भाई एग लिख रहा है ओ माय गॉड जिक्सी एग लिख रहा है भाई
इतना टाइम कहाँ से लाते हो अबे नया राउंड
ओ भाई
अबे नया राउंड शुरू हो गया
अच्छा देखो 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 ये इजी है
राउंड चालू हो गया राउंड चालू हो गया
अरे हाँ बस ये लास्ट कर लो ना
मैं लीव हो गया
मजाक कर रहा हूँ भाई नहीं हुआ
वाह भाई अब बताओ ये क्या हो रहा है मतलब जब तुम कोई भी गेम या इंस्टॉल करोगे तो ऐसा कुछ आता है ये क्या होता है इंस्टॉलिंग नहीं जब मान ले गेम खुल रहा है
And yeah, we're actually going to see similar again. Talking about Scream coming onto the stage.
Yeah, ऐसा symbol आ रहा है गोल गोल बना हुआ.
Something that I'm pretty sure they mentioned the other day. That was kind of a last minute thing. They're up until 1 a.m. doing kind of.
क्या था opening? तू उसको देख लेना.
If I'm not mistaken, and it worked
Discord पे वो चल रहा है.
Again, a little bit.
अरे सुन राहुल मतलब जो भी है जो लिंक कहती है उसी पे दोबारा क्लिक कर दे.
Allows for them to kind of play much deeper and
Zero point पे join होगा.
plays that we saw.
Please don't let me into my zone. I just listen to my own. All this trying to get a conversation. Some conversation that's yeah, so I'm never alone. Yeah, all in can't beat me up 'cause I'm back in my zone now.
My bike क्या आवाज आ रही है?
'Cause I'm back in my.
ये देख.
ऐड चल गया भाई उसमें.
क्या ही? रुक जा तुम जिक्सी की ड्राइंग देखो भाई.
जिन ये क्या है?
ये क्या है पोस्टर है
अबे अभी भी
कितने लाइन है
अबे नया मैच चालू हो गया
1 2 3 4
नया राउंड चालू हो गया
3 4 5 6
अरे क्या हुआ
क्या हुआ
बीच में क्या है
But I can now focus on the game because Yampy is the raid boss.
And मेरे में
walk about with frenzy, and I see 4 players on the other side, and there's always danger. You can see the anti-flash wall back in just in case from the other side. But regardless, it can be sent just for a second.
मैं कभी जिम गया नहीं. 6 पैक वाह.
I'm not sure how many.
Oh my god. रुको तुम जिक्सी के 6 पैक एप्स देख लो भाई.
Kind of mid. And Yampy comes through. Actually, once again, Fire Magnum punishes Fnatic to hanging around here and in a lobby, and he's still getting feisty.
Magnum gaya.
Orb will be retrieved, and Yampy now, I think, wanted to try and close that distance.
You know he's double dipping.
Yeah.
You know
yeah. I mean, he's basically 100 HP, man. Of course he's going to.
Like, you can see this just like every second, like no, I'm gonna beat that corner. Fnatic waited for that.
तुम अभी खेलोगे इसके बाद?
Link gonna be having to task with dealing with Dirk, and he does very well actually. Still alive at 48, but can't make much more of it. But did the best he could with a bad scenario. A 3-2 begins.
Oh भाई कौन है भाई?
Cryptic's not too far off either. Great quick pick up for Doma. No trade available for Cryptic.
क्या?
Bello.
It's now
मैंने भी
very
चला.
difficult here. Boaster eventually regrouping through a main here, and both players on
क्या
side.
मैं deathmatch में हूँ.
Stick and Doma in very good position. A flash comes through. We're gonna get the audio cue here. So Cryptic's got
मेरे को 1 घंटा हो गया है वो यार.
find the headshot, but nothing else. And Doma will close that one out. And Fnatic again. We talk about the pistol round. Sometimes slipping through their fingers. This one well considered, well managed, and again, Yampy comes through and punishes Fnatic for kind of staying in a lobby as long as they did. But ultimately, yeah, a little bit of discipline to come back through and hold on, and anticipating Yampy doing what he does best, right, which is playing aggressively. You know, being unorthodox, coming through and trying to re-aggress once again into A main.
क्या खा रहा है?
Okay, quick intention shown from Fnatic instantly
Jixi.
towards B, and there's no default held. This is going to be somewhat all in. You might have a quick reaction coming up from short.
Oh, Jixi.
Keep your eyes on Yampy if he gets a bit of a move on, but by now Fnatic already on the site, just trying to keep those Spectres, the Frenzies, all within range where they can excel, and Magnum doing just that. Lovely side take, all so well considered, very choreographed in this.
Okay, actually slips through the smoke here. Yampy sat just outside it. Now, still 4 members of Fnatic to deal with here, and
भाई ये Octane का माइक देख लो तुम एक बार मर जाओगे.
Sheriffs. So
इतनी आवाज आ रही है ना इसके माइक से.
Still down on the classic here, trying to ride through, build some economy early on, but 3 Spectres to deal with, and they've got to dig them out of boathouse at backside. So whether or not Liquid opt to just try and play damage here. Looks as if that's going to be the case, yeah, as the spike ticking away.
see if they can catch him. Yampy with another. Good work. Magnum, that's 3. Not going to get any more, put to bed by Link. And the damage, well, it's pretty decent. Taking 3 away, but you saw they're being very cautious on this purchase as well. Boaster was, you know, as you said, riding the pistol for quite some time in that, so they should still be fine coming into this round.
Well, I think they only purchased
भाई team Liquid को जीतना चाहिए यार.
So it's actually only 3 SMGs they've invested in there, so they've just gone all out for that. Again, coordinated hit on the back of the utility, which works so well. I mean, ultimately, if everybody's blind, it doesn't matter what weapon you've got, right? And with Magnum leading the charge with one of those Spectres, didn't end up mattering all that
half
much.
time तक रहूँगा फिर मैं चला जाऊँगा.
Now I was going to say, yeah, both still offering a tactical, surely not for a third round, right?
No. So we do have the buy coming back in. Looking at what Fnatic bring into this one, we do have Durka on the rifle, Magnum on the rifle, but of course rifles across the board, excluding Scream. For Liquid. Now, last time these two met, you've got to remind yourself this was a Liquid victory last time.
भाई मेरा क्या lag हो रहा है भाई
Valorant बंद करो. But now we go back in on this. Durka receives a lot of damage to begin with. Doesn't quite slow the roll though. Magnum quickly going to pick up the pace with him. Boaster going to try and get that info towards Market. Does so. Forces Scream slightly further away here as Magnum will take that angle happily. Look at those headshots. He's handing them out like it's free. Down to 9 HP though, still a player on the side. Cryptix now has so many angles to worry about and he can't deal with it all. Soulcast trying to keep his head down.
लेने के बाद दरवाजा बंद कर रहा
है. From this man is just perfect.
It's the second time we've seen Magnum as the Cypher play the entry as part of this execution onto B site. Also Yampy down to 26 HP now. Link 100 HP, but difficult nonetheless, especially with Mystic cleaning up Yampy there. Link's got to respect it now. Got to fall back, trying to hold on to this Phantom. Yeah. Yeah, again, this is another one where he rode through from the previous round. Absolutely rolling in the credits.
Absolutely.
Again, that B hit is just so clean, and again, it's partway through the execution. They're able to just slow things down by taking control of stairs and getting everybody stacked up just outside lane. They have this ability to kind of just sit there for 5 to 10 seconds and anticipate Liquid coming back through market, anticipate, you know, the re-aggress through spawn. They're not even bothered about finding the kills on spawn initially. It's to isolate them. It's to cut them off, make sure that they can't kind of have any reinforcements come through. They actually prioritize the players in rotation. Which is why you see Magnum take this position here. Again, lots of damage goes on to Yampy. He's got to dash away, find Scream. Those are the first 2 points of contact to come and bail Cryptix and Soulcast out on site.
मेरे को Magnum का best क्या लगा, kill लेने के बाद gate बंद कर रहा है.
Now, keep in mind, they've really only conditioned him to this kind of very well done B execute. They did that A hit off the back of the pistol, but that wasn't. It's not really too much to read into it. That was just kind of the punishment.
Scream भाई मेरे को लग रहा throw करने के मोड में.
But this is gonna be hard for Liquid to handle because they've already been, as said, kind of like, well, okay, it's gonna be a little bit tricky to hold B if we take it lightly. Scream out of nowhere does find Durka though. Take those starts. Now Fnatic down to the floor, and the buy back in here from Liquid is shoddy by all accounts. Yampy going to try and fill that gap with the Link. Being a little lonely on the site here. Smoke out towards shore, maybe Yampy or paranoid, but Link does get the information that it's going to be coming through from main.
Yampy going to try and play very close up, but misses the right click here, so now just down to the Classic. He's going to get cleared out by this Trailblazer. He's got to be forced back in. Link will be isolated, but he'll find one on the way out.
Oh, this work between Yampy and Link is so well done!
Oh my.
No
the push and pull between the two was perfect. One takes the attention, even on the Classic, Yampy still stood there, let Link get the shot on, and the dip back in through short, using the utility so well.
बहुत मस्त round आया team Liquid की तरफ से, मजा आ गया.
And I cannot credit them enough for that.
I mean, that's all on the back of Link finding that first kill. As soon as he finds that, like you said, Yampy times it perfectly to swing back through. Ultimately, he's trying to fight for that weapon there, but finds the Classic kill onto Doma. A brilliant round. The Prime Gaming flawless coming out from Liquid there on a round that you got to say, initially, when you see Yampy miss the right click and you know that Link is kind of isolated here.
I'm worried.
Yeah, very worried.
Massive round for Liquid to turn, because they would have been right in the pockets then, but no. Fight their way back through. We've already seen what a judge can do on this map, especially in the hands of Yampy, but now it's going to be Cryptix and Soulcast.
भाई Cryptic बच्चा सा लगता है.
Close angles being held. His life quite literally does depend on it, and it's just him. Scream does lean back over here, but
भाई जज कसम से भाई बहुत गलत गन है. कल सेंटिनल्स वाले मैच में देखते हैं.
He'd be the first man forward, Magnum in second, and these takes have been good.
ट्रिगर होते हैं बुली होते हैं
Here we go.
Trying to smoke himself in here, but Cryptic creeps through. The slow is perfect. Magnum gets out.
डर कैसे कर रहा है जिसको पता हो कहां है बंदा.
2-3 now.
This is perfection personified already. This play between the two. We saw it on the other side. We saw it on that A-take. Now we see it on B. The
और
push and
scream
pull, the
मजा आ
attention
गया.
drawn in the most perfect way. And you saw it so
ये चाहिए स्क्रीन ने हाथ उठा दिया कह रहा मैंने अपना काम कर दिया.
That next layer to come in behind him, and then the push up
मारने के बाद
comes
हाथ
out
उठा
from
रहा.
that judge. Brilliance shown by Liquid there to be able to handle that hit. I was worried they wouldn't have.
अभी रिप्ले दिखाएंगे ना तो स्क्रीन को देखियो तो एक बार.
They've quelled that doubt instantly.
गन सेव कर रहा है मिस्टेक.
Really good stuff and got a hold on to this Vandal. So again, Fnatic should have pretty comfortable purchase with how the first few rounds went for them. Again, now we start looking towards ultimate progress and nothing really online for 0. Mystic with the Viper's pit, but Durka one away from the Blade Storm, Boaster 2 off the Seekers as well. Let's come back to this again. You're absolutely right.
स्क्रीम्स का रिप्ले देखियो स्क्रीन का.
Right? Scream just swings around the back of his cloud burst and finds 3 huge kills.
हां तो डालेगा लास्ट में जो वो मजा आता है.
Keep Cryptics alive and kicking in that round.
दिखाया नहीं सालों ने.
See Fnatic leaning towards
अबे भाई बहुत बढ़िया लगता है.
Try and get hold of this orb. And there's no Yampy over this side. He's got the operator this time. He's in mid.
स्प्लिट में देखने मजा आएगा.
नहीं आया.
You will have to wait and see. It's Scream tasked with dealing with this.
भाई देख तो लोग कैसे पुश कर रहा है वो.
Quite tucked in towards Wine here. Does he commit to this now? He's got the utility to do so for a little bit longer if he wants it. Maybe just add that paranoia that it's another position to clear. Leaves Yampy more room to clear in towards mid. Scream has that already. Doesn't want to overstep. All goes up.
ऐसी होती है भाई हमेशा ऐसी होती है. ठीक है वो कुछ भी कर रहे हो उसकी तारीफ मत कर.
Doma maybe trying to catch that overcorrection from Yampy, but it's not been shown just
बोल दे भाई क्या स्कोप खोला है भाई. बोल दे ना क्या स्कोप खोला है. देख कैसे जिगल कर रहा है.
शोल्डर पिक देख रहा है
भाई वो देखो कैसे खड़ा है.
देख रहा तू शोल्डर पिक देख अभी तू.
वो भाई क्या ड्रोन उड़ा रहा है भाई. बस 16 बंदे ट्रैप कर ले.
Only spots Magnum with that Aaau drone. Not too much information
भाई
off that, but
क्या
Yampy
चाकू
still
निकाल रखे जेट ने.
a good hold on mid. You're going to hear the paranoia sent through, and that's going to pull him away from mid actually. And Fnatic of this little bait here, just got the paranoia, going to isolate Yampy. And he's going to try and close against
अभी जिक्सी का माइक ऑन होगा तो गालियां पड़ेंगी जब चुप हो गए तुम लोग.
अबे वो नहीं देख रहा वो कुछ और कर रहा है.
हाँ मेरे को भी लग रहा है इंस्टा चला रहा है.
Even the tiniest plays flash through the wall, they go in. It's Link on the side. He does have support though. Not alone this time. Only good for one, but Scream's going to wait so patiently. Just prowling in the depths of hell. He's going to grab Doma. He wants more. Doesn't get more. Yes, he does.
अब उसने ओमन को मारने के छोड़ दिया.
50 HP, but he can maybe get himself back up and situated if he needs
अबे
to.
नहीं.
ये क्या था.
He doesn't need help.
लिंक पहले डोमा को मार रहा था उसने आधे में छोड़ दिया. हाँ देख लिया.
I just saw Mystic just throw his hands up in the air.
बेचारा भाई अकेला कैसे घूम रहा है भाई साइड पे.
Hits him with the backpedaling wallbang headshot. That was absolutely crazy. What a hold from Scream again. Link taking first.
अब वो भी पता रन एंड गन हुआ है.
Lamb to the slaughter.
Scream able to ride
the wave in hell to sit there. Again, I think Fnatic has put so much faith in.
भाई ऑफ भी सेव कर ली भाई बंदे ने.
Fake on B, but again, they think that Link's just the anchor, right? They leave him hit. Yeah, I didn't want to see that again. I did not.
कसम से भाई कुछ भी.
Friendly man, don't show that.
Look at him, yeah, look at him. Look.
What are you meant to do?
सच में भाई वो अगर पता है थोड़ा वो नहीं होता ना.
Now the answer's been had. Whether it be a good kind of reposition, lovely combination play between two players, or just a Scream round, these are all the things that made Liquid still one of the most deadly
भाई
teams
मैं बूम
out
बोर्ड
there.
फेंकूंगा तुम में से कुछ तो वरना मेरे बूम बोर्ड पे अपना रिकॉन डॉट चिपका देना मजा आ जाएगा.
ऐसा भी होता है.
और क्या
अभी करते हैं. कॉम्पी में जाएंगे ना जब करेंगे. तू खेलेगा बता ऑक्टेन अभी.
Yeah, Seeker's the best. Yampy's going to pull away from mid here, but the hits already come through. Fnatic. Look at how aggressive they're being here. They're going to rat spawn.
Oh, and Scream's looking a little worried in this one now. So much pressure coming his way. The slow goes down.
No way.
Scream! What a moment to find two. He may have just kept this round at least somewhat manageable. Cryptix, though, does do well towards Boaster. Now look at what's left. Doma and Magnum. The spike is in CT pretty much at this point. Hard to recover. They want an extra pick. They're gonna hit the brakes for a second. 50 to play with as well.
भाई कितनी गंदी स्किन है वो क्लासिक की छी
The face comes through. Magnum up close and personal, shoves the barrel down the throat of Cryptix, and now it's
सोच क्रिप्टिक के पास इस समय वो होती
बोर्ड की डेट आ रही है कल या परसों
15 जुलाई के बाद ही होंगे इतना तो कंफर्म है
Oh no, look at Link. Link stayed here the whole time, once again playing anchor. He's gonna get this kill.
Down, he's trying to play the time, but he's lost track of him, but he's predicted it perfectly. Link knows exactly what's up. Played it just to perfection in the end, catching the final player of Magnum. The defuse comes out and Liquid hold again. Scream bailing them out with 2 kills there that were massive. Still holding presence throughout the map. I'm amazed they go over that patience paying dividends.
हल्का फुल्का
Beautiful, but again, I.
अरे वो ग्लिच हो जाता है भाई कभी ये लगता कभी लगता नहीं
Doma's ultimate comes on life. It was already there, but again,
भाई
Link to
हमारे में तो ग्लिच नहीं माना जाता सीधे कॉल आ दिया हट
consider
दिया
the possibility with the spike falling here.
थोड़ा
Doma's gonna hit this rotate.
भाई ये कितना ऑरेंज करके चला रहा है अपनी
Soulcast.
Which is great.
Again, perfect. Knows that Magnum's gonna be the one trailing.
प्रोडक्शन वालों का नहीं है भाई जब ये अकेले का दिखाते हैं तो वो उनकी स्क्रीन होती है
हाँ वो उनकी स्क्रीन होती है
उनका पीओवी होता है पूरा
ये प्रोडक्शन वालों का पीओवी है जिसमें लाल लाल भी दिख रहे हैं
जब वो थोड़ा वैसा हो जाता है ना थोड़ा ज्यादा क्या कहते हैं उसे कंट्रास्ट बढ़ जाता है तो वो उनकी वो हो जाती है मेन
It's a great push to come through trying to isolate a player and spawn with that really fast hit. And again, off the first couple of rounds when they know that Liquid have just kind of, they're happy to sit on the side.
एक तो भाई इतनी सारी Red Bull रखी है दे दो
playing back on stairs, usually Soulcast and Cryptix obviously I'm talking about, and then have Scream or Yamcha come through. Right there, I love it. They smoke off a couple of angles, they push all the way through. Again, they're looking to isolate one of those players that's hitting that early rotation. All this presence gets shown.
सर आपकी 127 है ना हमारी नहीं है हमारे लिए वही ठीक
past market. Unfortunately, it's the worst person on the other side of it, right? It's Scream. He's
चलो भाई बाय बाय मैं जा रहा वेलो
tucked into a corner, isolate those 2 1v1s, and again find 2 kills. It's completely shutting that
इतना ही
down.
टाइम मिलता है उसमें तो खेल ही लूं मैच तो बाद में भी देख लूंगा
last map it wasn't his best. Sitting
okay
against
bye
14 to 19, very middle of the board. This is the wake up call.
अगले 2 मिनट में मेरा लॉन्च हो जाएगा आना तो आ जाना
This is when things could change. We'll see though. Wall goes up. Gonna slow down this potential burst the Fnatic might have wanted.
बहुत स्लो खेल रहे हैं यार ये लोग
I love this as well. Again, just reading the economy here, knowing that even if they do invest a couple of bits, going to play distance now. You see Scream and Cryptix actually drifting back onto the site. They want the utility to do the hard work for them. Wall goes up. There's a turret, alarm bot, double nano swarm set up on lane as well. Liquid don't bite on the contact elsewhere. Boaster still trying to give them some information, but here comes the hit on B once again.
You can see the utility intention perfectly now. Lovely overview there just to highlight how smothering this hit is, but Scream just breaks out again. Just gives them a double whenever required. It's not just one, it's two. He makes it look so simple. Soulcast can now catch the stairs push if needed. Bit of an overstep by Cryptix, but it's fine. It tees up Soulcast on this cross. And the accuracy is on point here. Couldn't quite convert on Doma, but now Doma put in a bad spot. Scream at the back by Boathouse, and what are you meant to do with this? Trying to bait the peak, and Scream's having absolutely none of what he's trying to sell. Liquid gonna keep working forward, and as we said, look, if Scream comes online this game and he keeps bailing them out with these great little kills here and there, these two pieces being picked up, it's everything you'd want.
And seeing this composition, I know you were talking about this the other day, just giving Scream the opportunity to put himself in a position where he can take a fight, come away, and then heal, and then stop people from pushing him even further. Again, I love seeing him on the Jet early on. I love seeing him on the Reyna early on. I love kind of seeing him put his own kind of flavor on those agents, but he looks damn good on the Sage. He looks so damn good on it. And his ability to kind of peel and take that contact and then slow things down and wait for a rotation to come through and get some reinforcements. It's amazing to see.
Yeah, the guy's bloody wild at what he does, and there's a reason he holds this reputation. I mean, he's arguably one of the better aimers in previous titles that, you know, he still is known for. Whether it became one-dimensional or not doesn't really matter here. He's found such comfort in this, and he's playing these agents great, and I'm glad to see him on this stage. And you're right, it's like, okay, you fight Scream once, you're like, okay, he's low, it's fine, you know, he's tagged. But then it's like, oh wait, no, he's Sage. So, you know, guess not. I guess we don't ever get an easy fight on Scream. So Fnatic need to find a way around. These site hits have been worked out. They've been somewhat dismantled. Where's that next step? Where's that next layer? How do you slow down a Scream, right? Like, I know the whole game theory is right, where we can deny Durka or we can maybe shut down Yampi. But when Scream starts to build in, he's not just playing these aggressive angles. He's not just pushing in your face. He's not trying to be that Yampi. He's filling some very valuable positions, which are traditionally very hard to hold, maybe a one and done. But if he's getting them too, there's so many advantages that get put in Liquid's hands.
Yeah, Fnatic back on the buy round. Expected them to maybe turn the tides now. Liquid built up themselves a nice little buffer to the economy. A couple of key ultimates online. The Hunter's Fury, the lockdown. Scream still with that revive. Hasn't even needed it, I've got to say, in the last few rounds. He has had it available with how many kills he's putting up. A little bit of a readjustment once again. It's Yampi and Cryptix this time. Yampi with that operator in hand, holding down spawn towards B.
Liquid G3 दिखे
आना 5 टीम से
A couple of probes sent out for information. Nobody really giving too much away on either side.
No. Scream. There was a moment where he might have crested that corner, but no. Slips back away towards site. Maintains position. Doesn't get over Aggie on this one. Boaster again showing a little bit more. Clears wine. Goes back in. Doesn't check right. Looks to the left. So keep in mind, Link is still somewhat unchecked on. I don't think he turned the blind completely, so Link probably a little white in this, but
30 seconds
come out
left.
by now. This is going to be a late round hit, and you're going to have Scream and Link in good combination. Now, do they check on him? Yeah, no. Link gets unchecked on, but it is a 2-for-1 trade. Good work from Mystic on the spacing there to be able to get that kill on Link and not let it get too far. Now the ultimate comes in as well.
Yeah, Neurotheft, you give away the information that Liquid is still very far away from Heaven. You see they come back to try and check if there's a lurk. Now we're going to come through and split 2-1 actually across Heaven and Tree.
Look at these close plants. Vipers there. This is a hard round to play back in. Even with Yampi on that op, it's hard to make this work in retake scenarios through Heaven. The double stack on towards Tree. They're going to double face together, but they both lose their life. Doma, always good for these valuable kills, but Yampi backing away slowly but surely, trying to not make a sound on this. Wants to keep that up for further play, further rounds, but Fnatic, what a take in the end.
5-4.
Yeah, really nice hit. Again, just holding out and
Scream
gets hard cleared. Again, just this simple wall here to cut off the door angle. It allows them to kind of move up freely towards Tree and isolate kind of just those two key angles on the way in, but Boaster with the hard clearance. Link finally shows. Like you said, it gets traded out. Well handled here. And again, Magnum just sending out a couple of shots here. Makes Cryptix and Soulcast just consider the fact that Doma's repositioned after that recon bolt. Pinged both of them actually in Tree. Really well played between Doma and Magnum there. Nothing invested though on the side of Liquid. Again, they just kind of let that one play out as it happened. Lockdown, revive, and the Hunter's Fury still available. Scream, no!
He still gets headshots! You don't even need to Scream, it's overkill! Ah, okay. And he passed it back off to Yampi, like, alright, well, this is how you can do it if you want to. You can give it a try. Dirk is probably not happy with that, and he's not really found much space here as an individual. I'd say the collective of Fnatic is fine, but it's not been one of that one-man show that we've seen from him before. Inside the side take, lean towards Azon, and that rotation catch in middle is in place, but it's taking the site with only 3.
Soulcast trying to clear through with the Aaau drone here. Let's see, spots out one player finally. Magnum managed to thread the needle though, and he might be here to greet Soulcast. The flash actually going to bait him in there. Soulcast spotted the barrel. He will find that kill. And that's the lurk removed. Magnum, we know, so much on Ascent, but more so on maps like Icebox. Actually gets lots of value through there, but the hit comes through on A site. 2 kills go through. Soulcast trades one back through. We'll retreat now. Hunter's Fury available and Liquid in a 3v2.
A bit of a love tap towards Yampy there, but Soulcast trying to isolate, and he does manage to catch, I think, on the end. And Mystic, what is this? Yeah, locks down towards Heaven. Now they have to work this out with 2. Boaster and Mystic, what do you have in this? Against 3, they know where Soulcast is. Lockdown's in effect. He's going to have to make his mind up. 5-4, and a couple more seconds.
No.
Yampy, big pickup now. Boaster in a 1v3. Turret gets invested. They've read the position well, and Cryptics. Big deny, and Liquid carry on. That retake was fantastic.
Really, really well played. Again, kind of everything thrown into that Hunter's Fury and the lockdown. 2 massive ultimates to invest, but Scream. Again, we've seen him do this a couple of times. And again, it's another one of those things that these tiny adjustments, and I say tiny adjustment, but putting an operator on Scream and getting him posted up on that market wall, it's just another thing that kind of throws a spanner in the works for all this hard work that Fnatic's done in the early rounds of this half to try and figure out these different setups from Liquid.
4-6. You can see the way the rounds have gone. Once these rifles have come out, Liquid have truly got a grasp on this, and none of the answers quite yet for Fnatic have felt like they've really made much of an impact, but the difference a pistol round can make, eh? Let's see Fnatic actually on them. Investment of utility there. You can see how keen this is. Going to clear out towards the top side of tree over by shot. Hello? Okay, Durka, fair enough. I mean, Scream's had a couple. Why don't you get a freebie? So already the player advantage does go towards Fnatic here on this take.
Ring comes back through on Heaven, though. Going to find Doma. Durka will dig Link out of hell now, but 2 players already up close here, and actually Mystic nearly gets caught off guard there. It'll be Durka that falls to Cryptics. Magnum will trade that one out.
Spike's not even down.
I was going to say, yeah, Spike not down. Fnatic still with a man advantage, and finally comes through on the back of Boaster.
Ooh, timing on that crosser. Little squeaky on it, but Spike will be planted out. Double stack playing back in as well. Scream one of them though.
Spike planted.
Yampy on the op. And time being bought. Does he get a glimpse? No. Mystic stays unnoted for now. Boaster back of sight. Still worried about Heaven, right to be done, and now Mystic does get screamed. That's around pretty much done. Yampy needs to back away again. This is going to turn into a bit of Jame time for those in the know, but Yampy does want to keep that up for the later rounds, maybe feeling right place, right time. It can work out well for him. Oh, I think he just slipped through the net, so see if Boaster checks on this. He's looking like he wants to. Oh no, that's horrible. Right, Op's gone. Good answer found for Fnatic there. And again, these side takes, I don't think, as much as yes, this has been a good couple of rounds from Liquid, I've been very impressed with the side takes still from Fnatic.
Excuse me? Sorry.
Yep.
Can we?
Yep.
Okay.
We don't talk
We'll
about
come back to that. We'll come back to that later. The sight hit was really good, Lauren. One thing I actually really liked was the poison orb going through to all the way through to glass, actually, to cover Domas from the shadows, right? And again, anticipating that, you know, maybe if they do rotate Yampy across, and Screams like to play very, very close contact on A main. I love that little adjustment there to kind of negate the risk on sending Doma towards the back lines. But just for the record, gonna need to see that Durka in 0.25.
Yampy's seen a pixel out of place there, but it's gonna be Link who's gonna be receiving the vast majority of this side. And they've been checking on this. Bosa's been putting down utility to clear it. Now there's a complementary position though on the other side from Soulcast. Now smoked off though, Link does get flashed out, checked on. Great diligence shown already from Fnatic on this take. Soulcast has to peel away now, and it should be postured for a retake straight away. You can already see that Fnatic have gateway to the site.
Aaau, dealt with quick enough that Soulcast can't find a kill on the way through, so Fnatic keep 5 alive. Blade Storm and the revive, but again, they can't get that revive in one. It's actually going to find one in hell here in response to bring it to a 4v4.
And Yampi's on a mad flank. Now, Doma is towards Wine, but now position noted on either side. They can just buy time on each other. It's going to be that annoying battle to deal with because they'd love to be able to use this as the first step forward, but Yampi has to get the ult going as well. That op is not going to do it! Say hello to his little friend. Doma's now dead, and here comes the side take. Scream going to lead in towards Boaster. Rez comes in, you called it. Durka and Mystic now just Mystic alive, and they already cleared through the post-plant positioning for the Viper, and the good play back in. This retake from Liquid is brilliant.
So well played. Again, it's, I mean, Yampi with the Blade Storm online, you can send him on that flank. Again, if he gets spotted out, it's so difficult for him to fight back in with that operator, but he's got the Blade Storm. Closes the distance on Doma, isolates that kill, and ultimately Doma's the last kind of, you know, prong on the fork, so to say, with that game plan. They want to leave him in Wine to be the person to play, ultimately to peek onto this defuse. A little bit of an awkward engagement there between Durka and Cryptix, and that results in the res coming through again. Scream secures his own revive. Low HP. And Liquid close out 7-5. A big condition when we talk about win conditions here. Really. It's having a stronger side for them. Again, attack-wise for Liquid. This is when it comes back to, you know, that minor adjustment of Scream gun onto the Sage, but defensively to find more value, so I'd say it looked better at least with him on defense. That's a big tick in the box for me. We'll see how they put it to work here and adjust some of these set pieces we see from Liquid.
Boaster gets a lot of info off just the audio cues alone on this, but Yampi's already towards the site. Now, there is 3 players very close by. And you'll see the commitment off the back. Yampi again going to be kept in check, and he's going to be tagged up brutally on this. 16 HP is no fun for anyone. And the work forward is going to be hard. You can already see Boaster tries to capitalize on the timing, doesn't quite catch it. Soulcast on the punish, but Magnum's still here. You still have players around. Mystic, back of sight though, gets checked on. Great take from Liquid here. 4 stand, Spike now planted. No easy play back in between Durka and Doma.
Actually, Durka going to make use of the Sage Wall in B main. Set up there, but Liquid will close out the pistol. Get the ball rolling in this second half. Scream at 19 and 8 here. Again, we've seen it before, but when he starts stamping his foot down on a map, it's so beautiful to watch. Yeah, nothing invested back in, I guess at least in terms of main weapons. Doma going to throw a Sheriff in, Durka throw a Ghost in, but just utility elsewhere. This time the focus going to be the A site.
Doma with the Sheriff. देखते हैं. Vines clear किया उन लोगों ने.
Heard at least one play across. Don't know how much info they get off the back of it. Doma tries to follow towards Yampi, who's going to get towards the side, but he adjusts well. Good work between Durka and him to be able to get Yampi and Cryptix down, but guns still do favor the Liquid side. They do have 3 still to play with. Link does have some site control, just trying to clear out meticulously. There's plenty of threats around. None of these guns are recoverable yet, but
this is so quick.
Problems.
This is
There's
so
a
quick
lot
for
of players
Magnum to get to
surrounding.
this spot.
Soulcast tries to find info towards Heaven. Now, Magnum does give away that his position is now in play. Spike is down, and here we go. Can Liquid hold this against what's going to be a bit of a Zerg rush coming back in? Magnum already going to be looking to be able to start this. Not afraid to show position. Maybe pull eyes away. There's a dash comes in. Good trade comes out. Durka finding Scream, but Link digs his heels in. Mystic needs it, can't get it. There's the next player, though. Boaster leans further forward. It's all on Link. Just with the pistol by his side, 2 players to find, and he doesn't get it. What a playback through for Fnatic.
Great stuff. Really, and the fact that Doma and Durka find those first 2 kills, it's a 2-for-1 in their favor, like you said. Liquid have to put the brakes on. They try and cling on to site control, anticipating that hit coming through from Fnatic, but the whole time, actually, Fnatic just waiting on Magnum to get to that spot towards Wine. Like I said, he was there so quickly. Again, I have to take a look. Actually, here in the minimap, look where he's already walking, Lauren. Before the hit even comes through. That's on the back of Doma just getting contact on the Cloudburst for them to clear Wine. Great stuff from Magnum. Again, you talk bigger picture positionally there. Really, really good stuff for Fnatic to sit back and wait for all that to happen.
Now we've got a bit of a game on our hands, because this is build back economy-wise for Fnatic. They should be able to get a couple more on the board. It looks like probably a timeout's been called in at this point. Not sure who by or if it's technical. We'll find out. However, this gives opportunity, right? So let's say it's 7 to 8. Then you get maybe another buy back in. You're going to have it right on the verge of kind of negating that little bit of an advantage they had on that half switch. So right back into this now.
Never been shown the floating bear. That's one I've not seen on this map. Actually.
This is no. This is the quality you get with
yeah.
Prius, Sapphire, and Yeti. That's why. This is the premium stuff. Oh, it's technical. All right, podcast time. No, I'm kidding. Hopefully, it's a nice and quick one.
Oh, why come back to the studio? Let's find some more bears. I mean, if they've been patched in and there's some new bears around the map, but no, so far.
You don't think the observers are working hard enough? Damn, damn, dude.
Yeah, set them a real task. But again, I'm excited to see this. And last few times we've seen it, we talked about kind of Scream's impact on the Phoenix and those A executes that. I'll be honest, you get away with that for a couple of games, right? As soon as somebody can kind of anti-strat and set up for kind of when that hit comes through, it's only really the Blaze Wall from Scream that kind of creates this paranoia of exactly where you're going to come through. There's no real surprise to see them make this adjustment because, like I said in the first half, Scream, in certain scenarios where, especially when teams are like, oh yeah, Sage is here, he's solo, let's push him. Like, you put Scream in a corner with a slow orb, an ability to just isolate kind of 1v1s back to back. I've got him winning it 90% of the time. 90% of the time. And he does. He comes up time and time again. You see him in these weird kind of one and done spots that we always talk about, Lauren.
Oh.
And he's finding 3 from it.
Chewing gum or snack?
Chewing gum. I don't think Soulcat, like, his jaw has been getting a workout like the entire way through. He, literally every time he's on camera, he's chewing.
True. That's the real analysis here. That's what we're on board for.
What brand do you think? No, we can't talk brands. Avoid that.
No, if there is a chewing gum sponsor out there, let's have that conversation, huh?
DMs are open.
I think Twist in CS had like someone like a company sponsor him. Look, there it is. That's a hand warmer. Don't eat that. But he's having a great time. They seem calm, collected, no problem in that. And Yampy, one of the players who actually threw the again, it was the Team Liquid vlogs. If you haven't seen it, make sure you check it out.
Yeah.
It shows how much of an emotional equalizer he is. He's really solid.
I was having this discussion with Jonas yesterday. Actually, shout out Jonas. I know he's watching along today. Will be obviously with Liquid playing in this matchup, but he was saying how obviously having Scream with that kind of LAN experience and being a seasoned veteran, right? Still a very emotional player, but having that kind of experience, in voice chat, and then having Yampy to be the hype man. It's been such a huge kind of building block for them. Again, we talk about the emotional history of Liquid, how many times we've seen them fall short in these very, I say, arguably favored positions for them and come up short ultimately in series. To have 2 figures like that on the team is absolutely massive now that we take Valorant to LAN.
Big point. We're back underway. Thank you very much, observers. They found you one. That's the thick bear, just straight up crushing. 6 to 8 though, we're right back into this, and we were kind of talking about the impact of the previous round, and we can kind of almost carry on very conversationally here, because unless something quite miraculous does come through for Liquid on this, it's gonna be a tough round. Now the timing on Durka could be interesting here. He just cleared that corner, now needs to back away because there is just gonna be sheriffs, ghosts, bits and bobs, a little bit of light armor invested for length though.
We're both are gonna spot out, I think, just one actually. Cryptix was playing deep enough there that he wouldn't have been spotted with the short-sighted Trailblazer. Soulcas and Scream still trying to figure out exactly where Durka's repositioned to, and just slowing things down here. Liquid trying to isolate one player at least. Now, no information on the back of that flash, I don't think. At least I didn't see anybody get flashed there. And Yampy's going to creep through.
Little dicey, but no problem yet. Yampy's gone down to Doma. Durka's still feeling like, okay, there's way too many players close to this. Magnum's helping him out on this double stack on short. And I'm looking towards seeing what Link can do here. He's been given a little bit of time to try and snake away. But I think that's been potentially noted. Already, you can see Magnum turning attention towards it. Yeah, he's like, nah, I heard you, but not going to happen. Really well held by Fnatic. No threads to be pulled on for Liquid there. No opportunities really garnered. There's a little bit of room, I guess, for Yampy at one moment, but beyond that, it was very quickly handled.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not sure if anybody in the back line got flashed just outside A lobby with Boaster sending that flash out. Actually, Doma, yeah. Perfectly positioned, actually, for Boaster to be in a... Okay, yeah. Well, I was going to say not as insane as Durka's tap through smoke, but Magnum finding another one as well. But yeah, I'm not sure if anybody in the back line got flashed there because it looked as if Fnatic just didn't want to stray away from that formation. They were set. They were stuck in position.
I'm so ready for that A-take as well. You could see it. Flash in hand, everything. Up short does get the info required, so that could now maybe alleviate Durka to feel a little bit more freedom to make these plays if he wanted to. There is a turret waiting to catch on the other side, but on the other side of this is going to be Yampy trying to lead the way in. He gets denied it. Doma now gets to hold territory. Good utility work coming out from Boaster there just to quell Yampy's aggression again. And Durka going to be waiting on that cross. If he doesn't get checked on, he's going to get away with murder.
Paranoia as well, but now Yampy's got reinforcements here. Scream going to try and counter peek off him. He will get the best of him. A trade comes through from Boaster, but Durka now falls to him. The first headshot comes through. Yampy will fall. Got to play his life, though.
Does, and with that pickup in middle, that's a bit of a problem. This opens up the rest of the map slightly. Keep your eye on the spike and where they want to take this. Soulcast leaning towards A after Cryptix does get a fair crack of control. So for Mystic and Magnum, it's going to be a arduous retake.
30 seconds left.
Some way off, and now confirmation. Spike will be going down. They'll have time to set up on this. Now, Soulcast does have a fair bit in utility. So does Cryptic, actually. So this is going to be hard to find a way back in from Mystic and Magnum. What can you do to try and dig these players out? Both posted towards hell.
So Mystic's got a lineup to deal with at least one corner here. The Nano Swarm already set up for Heaven as well. I'm going to stop that push coming through on the back of the utility getting invested. Magnum actually going to charge to try and close the distance here. Going to find the headshot, but no kill. Cryptic deals with it.
And you can see just the time being bought here. So much utility to work through. Mystic knows he's in all kinds of trouble. A touch on the spike does get one, but Cryptic's the time. He's just got to play it. And there's no time left. Mystic, don't think he's going to get out of there. No. A good round in the end from Team Liquid, even though it looked a little sketchy, but they kept control.
Again, a nice play from Mystic as well, just to make sure that everything's removed to reset the inventory, I guess, for Liquid on this round. Great setup there. Magnum, unfortunately, again, the headshot comes through. It doesn't do enough there. See, actually, yeah, I mean, on the back of that, Liquid are struggling. They've got the Blade Storm to ride through, but light armors and a Spectre on the board here. And
Durka's going for a walk. That's pretty brave. He has to get out of there. The spam's coming in. Everyone wants to just try and punish his sort of aggression, but he makes it out with 50 HP for now. But this has all been noted. This has all been read. Magnum, it's gonna be none the wiser. They're playing right up towards middle. Wait, Yampy's walked past him. What? How's Magnum alive? I don't understand this. Ult now comes up. They're going to see all of this. This is just chaos in every single way you could imagine. Seekers go down. More confirmation of position. Link now left towards middle. And this is just a weird round. Soulcast is trying to play it back in. But what on earth just happened?
I mean, the trust there. Soulcast going to desperately try and find a kill on the way out here. Hunter's Fury invested as well in this one, somewhere in the mix. Now finds himself on a 1v5, and one of the players that actually was riding the Spectre into this one, he will be dealt with. The Prime Gaming Flawless from Fnatic, and I gotta say, I don't know what kind of contingency or safety net was in place there to make sure that Magnum doesn't get pushed in mid. We talk about, you know, the way that they play with the Cypher very differently. To set up these traps around the utility off the spy cam. You can see here, he's set up, and like you said, Yampy just walks right past him. I'm not sure what the safety net is to make sure that that doesn't happen, and he's so lucky, I guess, that Liquid just a little bit complacent on that push through, or maybe, you know, not enough discipline to kind of really full check all these corners in market, and it punishes them.
Look at the pace, though, right back into it. Yampy not going to stop for a second. The man just knows where that W key is. He ain't going to stop. Boaster does catch Soulcast on the way in, though. which could be a good way to at least alleviate some of the pressure from the post plant that could be coming through. Now Link going to get the spike down. Scream tasked with catching the flank, and it's going to be Yampy to deal with that market play back through from Durka and Boaster, but yeah, he's going to get checked on, and that's going to be already a little bit of a problem. Actually trying to get proactive on it, tries to jump across on the peak, but Magnum catching from CT. Still, I guess a spike plant's pretty solid in this for them, and managed to get this far, and a Scream just plays aim training on him, but outgunned drastically. Position noted. This one's a wrap.
Yeah, nice little pace change from Liquid, and actually Boaster, the only man for Fnatic to hold down B site here. Able to kind of slip away, play his life effectively. You can give that one over to Doma, get his ultimate online. Mystic with the Viper's Pit, nothing else available for Fnatic, and we'll have to take a look once it pops back up to see what Liquid has got at their disposal.
Team got 21.
It's all tied up here, 9 apiece. Yeah, the lockdown, the revive. Nothing else really close yet. Link the closest. Again, this is the sort of round here where I'm expecting Fnatic to maybe switch things up once again. Actually, it's Liquid. They're going to continue with this pace change, yeah.
I guess that ult's a bit of an issue that they can't quite sit cleanly in the post plant, and it cuts off very few avenues of approach, but Yampy's going to try and crack right into it. Doma instantly dedicated himself towards this. There is no full back plan beyond this. This is just straight up all in. This is deathmatch time. How does he get 2? How on earth does Magnum get 2 out of that? I have no idea. There's now 2 alive. Soulcast and Scream. The res is there for Scream, but does he want to try and
Excuse me?
He wasn't even in the ult.
What? I want a list of what Mystic, Durka, and Magnum have had for breakfast today. These guys are hitting.
What?
This is insane.
I don't even know how. Wait.
Okay, dude.
You're having a laugh.
Yeah.
You're having an absolute laugh.
Check him.
I wish my spray did that. Like, what?
Check him PC. That is all I was saying. That is absolutely bonkers from Magnum. And Liquid.
That's so quick.
Wisely so, calling the attack timeout now. I mean, this is, again, on the back of getting bullied in 2 rounds where they've completely tried to flip the script on the pace of this game. To just get absolutely, I gotta say it, just slapped by a couple of rounds here by Fnatic. That could put the brakes on here. And it's 3 rounds unanswered now. 5-2 on the half.
Again, dude.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like
I know someone's gonna clip it, so just tweet me it. I want to watch it.
Tweet me a mini montage of the Durka tap through smoke. I want the Mystic tap through the Viper's Pit there, and I want the Magnum just like remixed. I want it scrubbed backwards and forwards in slow mo, because that was absolutely insane. Now, again, with the way the previous 2 rounds have gone, yes, it was a save round. Yes, then we had the buy round where Liquid tried to double down on that aggression and that tempo they tried to adopt. But here it's tough. I mean, do they continue with that on the round that Fnatic actually do decide to become proactive? They're playing much deeper than you'd usually expect. Again, Fnatic, a team that we'd always accredit for being one of the most proactive in terms of defensive set pieces. This is just really tough for Liquid to break back into this.
The scoreline still sits so close, but you're right, this should be 11 after the back of this. And this was led by Liquid for so long. And then this resurgence of form from Fnatic. Gotta make value out of this for Liquid. You can't just let this be another one go by the wayside. And look at that deep hold towards short as well from the defensive side. Magnum and Mystic sitting super deep on this. Making sure there's no threat to be instantly found. The double stack here as well. Great read, just makes me nervous.
You could send the paranoia through here, but no follow-up on it.
Oh, Durka, that tracking is so good. Honestly, if this was, you know, a different game, if this was Vacroll and Vanguard, I'd be questioning. But right now, these boys are absolutely playing a fire game. The aim is on. But you can see Link and Cryptix aren't exactly backing away either. But it is just Link left alive. And I said they had to do some damage. A Judge, it's not what he wanted. If he got a rifle, maybe more could have been had. Or is that Spike not quite to hand either? Able to pick that one up. Try everything you can, and it's get out of there time. See what you can do with this. You got to fight for your life in this.
Get the hell out of Dodge. Already, both are gonna close the distance here. 2 members on A site gonna remain now. Link forced to play all the way in Boathouse on backside.
This is everything he's got. He has to play everything on this one. And Fnatic still have utility to play with. They've still got bits and pieces, full rifles, armor's looking pretty on 2. There's one of the pieces of utility. There's a second. Link wants to try and dive into this, but ordered away by Hyper Work coming in. The Venom just through the veins, though!
Link!
How does he get all 3?
You have got to be kidding me. Link coming up huge in a 1v3.
I was worried about the Venom in his veins. It's the ice in this man's veins that comes through. What a clutch. A Red Bull clutch at that. Having to dig so deep when his team needs him.
That is absolute. Thank you for the slow-mo on this one. A beautiful adjustment there from Durka, but this is insane from Link. I don't even think actually Fnatic are even considering the possibility that it's a Judge he's retrieved from A site. Oh my word, that one brings them right back into this, Lauren. Ties things up 10-10.
What a game we have on our hands. Both teams unrelenting. We have ults online for Boaster and Magnum, Scream, and Cryptix. So both of them have some abilities here to work with. We do have the op-out as well for Durka. Full rifles on everyone is what they need. This is the biggest round, and we have once again that set piece on A from this defensive side. Very unique. Boaster tasked with a lot here. Now with this ult coming in, he's already outside of it, but this is a comfy site take and a full retake time, basically, from the very word go.
I think we've seen Fnatic adjust like this on the back of them having the lockdown available a couple of times. That's a nice little combo with the slow orb and the nano swarm there to do a little bit of chip damage there on Boaster. But we've seen Fnatic back up and play like this, anticipating a lockdown execution from Liquid. There's going to be a full 5v5. The Seekers available, invested early on here in the retake.
Magnum's got a lot of space, actually. Good bit of freedom to start with. We've got 3 at the back of site. This is a really deep post-plant hold. Magnum's cleared out 2 already. There's going to be 3 against him. Cryptic, Soulcast, Link, where are you in this one? Everyone at the back to the wall. They're sitting the defuse. Durka ain't going to be moving. And Magnum!
Oh,
what a round to find form. 4 for him there. Prime Gaming flawless. I cannot believe not a single kill could have been garnered.
Lord, I think this might be one of the best examples of anti-stratting that we could see across this event right here. Again, the readjustment, Boaster to play solo, anticipating this lockdown. And we've seen this Viper set up a couple of times here, but look at the lineups. The wall goes up to isolate back Boathouse. There's 2 lineups with the snake bites to clear behind double and behind default. The paranoia invested. It's pixel perfect from Fnatic. And we've seen them, they've been leaning back, they've been anticipating this execution from Liquid so many times. And it comes through, and they're so well equipped for it.
I'm cracking the can of Red Bull. I'm ready for this one now. Let's go. 11-10. Both of these teams doing something that I can't imagine. Durka could be forced away from this. Now, it isn't that same double stack. This is a different look. They've gone away from that last piece, maybe predicting more of a, I guess, standard approach considering the purchase coming out from Liquid, or just trying to play a little bit more all-encompassing here.
A couple of weapons across the board to deal with, but it's not comfortable whatsoever for Liquid. Durka again going to be posted up in A heaven here. Cryptic's actually opting to face, going to get a tag. Doesn't get traded onto. Domi now got it all to do. Poster.
Gets another. He's got to know there's someone else around here. He's isolated Link. This is huge work. This could be 12 on the board for Fnatic right here, right now. But there's a rifle with Soulcast, and there's still Scream. If there is Scream alive, there is still a chance, and they're fighting for survival now. This isn't just another map. Fnatic have now pushed the advantage. What can they do? Boaster slowly closing the net as well, just suffocating Liquid in this. And a pause for thought. Durka's got the cross. I don't know how they're going to get through this. Boaster, he's creeping around the back line. Scream, that internal clock ticks. He knows it. He does punish Boaster. It's a gateway now. 15 seconds, though. It's a rifle upgrade. They've got to go right here, right now. 10 seconds is all they've got on the cross. Scream needs to make it through. 8 seconds of spikes on the site. Durka wants to deny, though. Finds one. Oh, he's punished Scream, who just showed a little too much leg, and that's going to be the round for Fnatic, no matter which way you cut this.
Insane. You can see Scream just wait so long for Fnatic to fight back in, and they're happy again. I think they read that situation perfectly. They know Scream's still got the revive, and they play that to their advantage. They know that the pressure's going to be on. If anything, with the control here, Boaster actually nearly caught off guard here, but finds that second kill on Link, and that is massive for Fnatic. Again, to put the brakes on this, slow this round down. Again, they want Scream to wait out this revive. They want him, that paranoia to build. This is it.
This is what they get to come with into this potential final round. It's 12-10. Liquid's tournament life is on the line. Fnatic on the verge of doing the lower bracket run, but a burst out towards main. And Boaster found one big trade, so Link and Yampi digging deep on this. A quick flash will allow the fallback, and it pauses potentially this big springboard moment, and those rifles are unrecoverable for now.
Expect Fnatic to defend these, not allow them to retrieve them. Another flash going to come through, and again, this is just all information. Fnatic can hold the line as they are for the time being. Boaster actually going to post up in a little off angle here. Aldrone will spot him, but he's still going to get a kill. Yampi
he played that so well on the timing. It's all down to 2 in this moment. Link and Soulcast charged with the weight of Liquid on their shoulders now. Magnum on one side, Boaster on the other. There is no way in. There is no further step forward. Link is being worked down from every single angle. Utility on top of utility. 28 HP. And no matter how bad he wants this, no matter how hard he just wants to get to that site, the odds are stacked so heavily against him. And he knows it. No one's giving him any quarter here. As the seconds dwindle down, he's going to find Magnum. He's given it everything, but I can't imagine a better player to close it out for Fnatic. Boaster to take Fnatic forward in 2. Only one European team can carry on, and it will be Fnatic to bear the burden, to bring that banner forward and see if they can complete the lower bracket run.
Fantastic performance, and just absolutely insane to see Fnatic back on, since this roster change comes through, to see on this uptrend that they've had. Again, regionally, we look back, and last time they faced, I mean, Liquid bested Fnatic, but right here, again, a little bit of a funky map beater that I gotta say was completely unexpected, right, from everyone. But Fnatic right here just showing, again, you do your homework. They have all of these protocols, all of these contingencies in place for everything that they do. And ultimately looking in full control here. Liquid, a couple of really, really good, I guess, rounds strung together, but it's just not enough. It's not enough, and Fnatic best them here and eliminate them from Masters 2 Reykjavik.
Fnatic, you can't help but love these boys and the way they're playing right now. Coming into this, they did get bested by Liquid. Came in at the, I guess, arguable disadvantage, but Liquid should be able to keep their heads somewhat held high after this. They've done well, considering we know the route they've had to run to get to this point. It's been a huge trajectory of improvement since Yampi's come on board. It has truly come together for them, but it is time to say goodbye and see how far Fnatic can take this. I think they did the little Liquid clap at the end. I think that was the whole, you know, winning celebration. I think I still prefer the airplane. I think that was still my favorite.
The airplane will go down in history for me as one of the greatest post-game esports celebrations I've ever seen. I mean, I can't wait to see what else they've got up their sleeve, to be honest with you. But what a performance from these guys. And you're right, you can't help but love them. Again, to have this kind of charisma out of game and look this good in game. Durka again today. But I got to make a shout out once again.
Better be Magnum.
Don't be Magnum. I was going to say, don't
what are you saying,
but let me finish my sentence. Magnum on the last map.